know your feelings and stuff, and now you're sitting
No,
here like making fun of me
you
for
know,
asking you how
Connor,
you're doing, and that's just great, and
I
I
will
love
let
that.
I'll let it slide because I remember getting asked like 3 times, but there was some alcohol at the wedding, so it's fine, and I
Oh,
will.
oh, okay, never mind then.
Yeah, you might
Don't
I don't
recall
know how
that,
much you
brother.
drank.
So,
To be honest, I had like 2 drinks the entire night because I was so busy chasing Ashley around. But
For anyone tuning into my
I have
stream right now, there is a lot of
beers.
salt going around
yep,
I
because
you
Michael
might have thought that we were at
recently
the
got
ocean.
married. Ocean. What's up, everybody? My name is Alex, and we are trying to get online so we can finally play Star Wars: The Old Republic. With me today is Mike with East Coast Magic, Connor
Hello.
from ConConCrUton, and out getting Chinese food right now is JimsyV. So we're waiting on him. I don't know if he's downloaded the game yet, like for real, for
No,
real.
he did. He did. Yeah,
No,
he
because
did
he
when he like
he said it was taking him forever compared to you
I'm
with your high
at
speed internet.
8.5 gigabytes remaining.
Oh, see, look at that.
Yeah, we're like a third of the way done. You're so professional with your little introduction, and I was just like, "Welcome to the stream." Now you're gonna hear me talk shit about my friends.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, it's because he turns his into videos like a real man, and you
I'm
don't.
trying to make a brand here.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will add my branding later in
There's
I
nothing
production.
wrong
mean,
with
you
that.
already
There's
have the
nothing wrong with
nice
that.
stream overlay and everything. Mine are kind of janky.
Yours
No,
are nice.
no. The
They're nice.
difference is Mike's is stolen. Yours is custom made, and I love
Oh
that
my
about you.
goodness.
No, Mike, I'm with you.
Thanks.
I just took mine too. There's nothing wrong with that either. I just love the
Wait,
dedication
you
Alex
have
put
an
into his.
overlay? I didn't know that.
Oh, it's because I haven't streamed in a year.
Right? I'm shocked. The last time I watched you, it was you had like the thing around your thing. I still need to figure out how to do that.
The
Where you have
thing
like
around my
The
thing.
the thing around your
yep,
thing.
yep.
What are you guys doing when we're not playing video games together?
Hey,
Oh,
how
I
family
can
friendly
see.
friendly are you guys' streams?
I don't have any markers put down, so I could say fuck if I wanted to.
Okay,
Nice.
so I was when you said that, Mike, I was just immediately thought cock ring, and that's where my mind went,
No,
and
Cock
I
is
don't know.
when
exactly.
did we
That's
what?
what
When did a cock ring come up?
is because you were
A thing
saying
around my
thing
thing,
around his
dude.
thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Okay, I got you.
it's gross.
Now, a question. For some reason, I'm trying to watch your stream and support you, my dude, while we do this, but
Yeah,
your quality refuses to go below 720p.
His won't.
because I'm a boss.
How does that even work? Because I have my own stream running in the background at like what is even that? I need to
It said your
it's
source
so
was
low.
1080.
160p. That's literally what I'm running right now. Just 160
Yeah,
pixels.
that's what I'm watching you at too.
Yeah, she had 360. I got him at 720. Yeah, he can't drop his for some reason. I don't know. I forget why. There's some stipulations with it.
They just looked at his stream and was like, "Man, this
Are
guy's
you an
stream is so high
affiliate, Mike?
quality." I am not an affiliate. It's not you.
Oh, are
Is
you
that the
sure?
difference? Is Alex an affiliate and I'm not? So they're giving him
I
special
am not an
privileges.
affiliate.
It would be the opposite there,
Uh,
bud.
I am not as
okay.
cool as you guys. I'm not as cool as the ConCrUton.
Wait, I got a little notification. Is buffering? Is the video buffering? Use the low latency toggle under the advanced menu settings to disable
Watch
low
out, dude.
latency. Wow.
Wow.
So
Wow.
informed.
If you guys are watching
Wow.
my stream, this is my buddy East Coast Magic. Go give him a check. You know, he
Yes,
obviously
I prefer
doesn't need it
checks
compared to
as
me, but
payment. I'm gonna just try to cough away from the mic.
yes, that is the professional thing to do. Thank you.
Yeah.
Last thing I need is to get Rona through my earphones.
All right. I love you, Alex. I'm gonna have to close your screen because it is super lagging for me.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't
I
know
get
why.
Just
it.
pull it on your phone. Just pull it on your
I'm
phone.
gonna.
Just pull it on your
Oh,
phone.
you're right. You right. Let me do that. You're a smart one.
He's the
Real
affiliate here.
top of the line thinker.
No, you know what? I am. You're right.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh no, my
What was that?
the protests of realizing that my phone volume is turned up all the fucking way. I'm gonna do a sound check real quick.
Do it. Yeah, puff that smoke. Was that not your sound check? I
I'm
apologize.
trying to figure out how bad it is, though. Is it like
Do
on
it.
yours?
bad?
Do it
Let me
again?
mute my Discord. Hold on. Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, I've muted you. All right, now do it.
I mean, it's noticeable.
We'll just say that, it'll be a running bit that I have a vibrator for a lightsaber.
I did not
maybe?
hear it on
I
the
don't
stream.
know. You did not
I
hear
heard
it
in
on the
Discord, but I
stream.
didn't hear it on the stream.
Oh,
Ah,
cool.
Stealth mode is initiated.
It's probably going to be in my recording, though.
Oh, because you're getting Discord?
Yes, yeah, it will be in his recording. Way to ruin his fucking.
Well, here, let me try to. So if I go to voice and video, what is the thing you turn on that makes it input sensitivity? That's what it is?
I mean, yeah, you can adjust that.
Well, Jimmy said there was some setting that he played with where, like, his smoke was, like, not
Noise
picked up.
suppression.
Yeah.
It's just in the bottom left of Discord. You don't even have to go to settings. It's just bottom left above your share your screen.
Oh, let me check.
That works pretty well. I have mine on. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I still
your
think you can
vape?
hear my vape if I hit it.
Yeah, Connor, when you and I played Destiny, I don't think I heard it at all.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it worked pretty good.
Again, because I really don't want to be the guy who fucks your recording up. So
Well, there's nothing that's going on right now, so now's a perfect time to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So noise suppression is on. Did
Yeah,
you
man,
hear anything?
I got the beginning little tidbit of it, but it cut off immediately after.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah,
better.
since it's so low with the noise suppression, I'm sure that when we start playing and I have in-game sound on, probably
It'll
won't hear it.
be unrecognizable.
Yeah.
All right, we're at 6 gigabytes remaining, guys.
Woo!
You say that
Now
now,
I've-
but like he's gonna be like ruining your entire video.
and
It's
then
it's cool.
this will be the
I'm
last
pretty good
time
at
we-
editing.
he is pretty good at editing. That's one thing that I would say I wish I was better at. I'm really, really bad at editing.
How much time have you put into it, Mike?
Not a lot. I
How much
usually
time have you
spend
put into it,
about
Alex?
2 hours.
I have a college
per-
major in it.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
a
really?
very big
Yeah,
difference.
I didn't realize that.
Music,
that's really
business, and production. Mostly focused on live sound, but had a few recording classes in there. At least a couple of semesters.
Cool. Okay, that's pretty cool. I wanted to do graphic design and did nothing with it, and still wish that I want to go back and like learn to do it on my own to a degree. Like
Don't go
start
to college.
experience-
Just fucking take classes online.
Yeah, because I want to
Yeah,
get
get a
back into it.
certificate
I'm
or
just
something.
doing art.
Yeah,
Like,
certificates
I-
are like amazing.
Like I need to learn how to use my drawing pad because that thing is really.
How long have I been telling you that, Mike?
Dude, I've tried. I've sat down with that thing. The hardest thing for me is I'm the type of person who I think it's probably a consequence of like how like I don't know, maybe spazzy I guess is the word for it. But I'm just like the type of
Spazzy.
person if I don't get like immediate results on something, even if I like keep at it, it starts to really grain on me and it makes me like so when I sit there and I draw for like 3 or 4 hours and I can't get it to look like good at all, I fucking just want to like toss the pad because it's
Okay,
just
so
I
this
don't
is
know.
what you do. This
It's
is
so
what you
much
do.
easier to draw
Let
on
me help you.
paper,
Let me
but
help
you
you.
can do so much more with a drawing pad.
Let me help you. Can I help you?
Sure.
You draw for an hour, right? Limit yourself to an hour. Go do something else. Come back. Draw for an hour. Go do something else. Come back. And just work in small chunks. Don't drain yourself out trying to make one thing at a time, you know?
Yeah, treat it like you do cosplay. Because like
Yeah.
over the years, you've just made amazing costume after amazing costume, even if it
Oh,
stressed you out at
you.
the time.
And
Yeah,
well, that's
no, I'm
also
sure
it
you guys
stressed him out because he fucking took forever to actually start it.
And it
Yeah, well,
if you're ever like me, I also did it like super last minute too.
you
Are
guys
you a last
remember?
minuter? Come on, guys.
You guys remember
Lazy
that
gray,
helmet I
baby.
was still
That's
working
true.
on? Like
Wait,
when we were in the middle of like you guys came over and you guys playing the dice game and I was fucking
yeah.
Yeah,
working on
you
that
were
helmet.
crunching for Katsu.
Dude, that helmet tore my soul out and like threw it in the garbage disposal. But it got done. It
Hell yeah, and you rocked it.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. I need you to give me a tutorial in sewing because I haven't sewed in so long. I need to get on your level because I some of the stuff you were, presenting with I don't know if you sewed everything about your Mr. Fantastic suit. I don't really know how much, but
I bought it.
it looks so good. You bought it?
Yeah,
Well, it looked really well. You wore it so well.
I know.
It was the wearing of the suit that made it
Oh
seem
yeah,
sewed.
that's all that mattered,
Thanks.
really.
I made sure I wore my dancer's belt that time.
He drew stitching lines.
All right, Connor, I got a question for you. So I've got because of the fact that we're still at what 5 minutes? Or no, not 5 minutes. I'm sorry. We're still at 5 gigs remaining.
Uh-huh.
As this is downloading, I have some prompt questions.
Mine's taking
That
forever too. And okay, prop questions, huh? What does
do
that
you,
mean?
do you want to do we want to go ahead and go over these prompt questions and see what weird stuff we talk about? Yeah, because there's gonna be some.
Oh
Yeah,
boy,
okay.
what is this?
Oh, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and start with Connor. And Connor, if you could time travel, where would you go? And when would you go? I'm sorry. That's a better way of asking that.
Wait, hold on. Is this one of
When
your
would I go?
what? Is this one of your other like personality kind of test things? Because you had us do
No,
this
but that would
with
be
the.
dope. I'm gonna pull up one of those too.
Oh boy.
No, don't pull up one. I don't want to do one of those.
Because
Just ask me random
was
questions.
what was the test we had to do? It was like our business personality type, or some weird shit like that, where you
Oh,
had
yeah, the
where like
colors.
yeah we were colored.
The colors, yeah, would determine your underlying personality
Yeah.
traits.
Are you tricking
That you
him into
don't.
another one of these?
No, I'm actually tricking him. Eventually, I'm gonna ask him for his social security number. So.
Oh, dope.
Okay. All
Please
right. Well, let
continue.
me start with this question then.
Yeah, we gotta build up to the social security card.
So, where would I go, or when in time would I go? I guess. Or
If you
you
could
said.
time travel, yep, you get one time travel trip. What would you do?
I'd go back to when I was younger, and I would invest the hell out of Bitcoin,
Yo, for
and
real.
definitely be earlier on in streaming and stuff in YouTube.
Right, because YouTube, like, if you were one of the first people on YouTube, you, before it really blew up, because now everybody wants to get big on YouTube,
Yeah.
but
I feel like you're calling me out.
no, I would love the same for me too. Like, if I could live my life as a content creator, that would be amazing. I like the job that I work currently, and I enjoy
Because he's
like.
streaming. He doesn't really mean it.
No,
He hates all of you.
I don't think I could. I don't think I could have been here. I've been at my job almost. We're coming up on 4 years. No,
Dude, good
maybe
for you,
5.
dude.
Yeah.
But I kind of lost track. But no, like I wouldn't. I don't think like
Because he
I'm.
hates it so much.
My family, like one of the
Mood.
things that I think I got from my parents was just like I'm really loyal to things. Like I'm the type of person who like I feel bad if I don't go into work just because I feel bad for like my coworkers. Like I feel like I want to be there with them doing the job. I don't want to have them pick up any of my slack. Like I like being part of the community that I work at.
Uh-huh.
And that's how it was when I worked in the mall because I worked in the mall for 7 years. And like as a high schooler, starting a job and then working there until like you graduate college is kind of crazy to think about because I know like thinking to my, friends growing up in high school, they were always rotating jobs if they had a job.
Right.
So it's just kind of like I feel like having worked in the mall at the same store for 7 years is a pretty big like loyalty thing. And I'm the same way with anywhere that I work. As long as I enjoy the people I'm working with and the type of work that I'm doing, I'm like very loyal to it. So for me, it doesn't really bother me how long I've been there because I enjoy the work. But kind of going back to the point of what got us on this is I would love to be able to do something that is like I don't know, just fun, like content
Yeah.
creation. Like working a day job is nice, but
No, it's
like it's
not.
like yeah, I do a day job, it's basic stuff. But how cool would it be to be able to wake up and just do whatever you want and make content and put it out there? Like Ashley has a couple that she watches on YouTube, and she has this guy she watches on YouTube. Like she's really big into like when she follows someone on YouTube, she's always watching their videos,
Yeah.
and they are always doing just random stuff and just putting it on YouTube, and people love it. And I would love to be able to do that too. Record me if me and Ashley had recorded our honeymoon and we put it on there because we went to a destination.
Yeah.
It would have been cool to. It would be cool to make money doing that and not having to wake up every day and do a regular job. So I'm not if it happens for people like Alex, definitely like you're so consistent with your videos that I have no doubt that eventually with enough consistency you're gonna get a base because your videos are great and your editing is great and you put in the work.
Oh, thanks,
Whereas
buddy.
my videos, like as much as I enjoy making videos, they're mostly just like random collaborations of things that have happened, and they're not as consistent
Well,
because there are some I go through dry spouts.
that's just how it started, man. I mean, remember it? Like I took a huge break from Twitch trying to catch up with all my recordings and shit, and I didn't really touch Twitch again until I got this PC.
True, that is true.
So like
Yeah, and
all of my
having the
Star Wars
PC
stuff
makes a
right
big
now,
difference.
like I've been editing. I beat the game
Oh yeah,
months ago, and I'm still releasing videos for it. But
true. That's very true.
now I have a good swing of things because I've done it for over a year now, so I have a good like system going. Like as soon as I get off of work, I come home, work on a video for a bit. Sometimes I have to make the video, export it again just so I can work on the overlays of the videos, like the subtitles and all the special effects and shit. But
Subtitles suck. I will
Yeah,
never.
so
No, I don't want to say never, but like that just seems like so
It-
much
and
work, dude.
it is. For my earlier videos, when I subtitled like almost every single thing, it was ridiculous. One video would take me the entire week to do. But
right.
It's so
but
good,
now, like each video, I only need like maybe 2 days max. So I can finally
Yeah.
catch up on my things and still put out like good quality stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
And then maybe hopefully I do get bigger, but maybe when I do, I could do what the other big name streamers and YouTubers can do, and they can hire an editor
Yep.
to do
Yep,
all that
yep,
stuff for them.
Yeah, someone whose job is specifically, and I've also thought about it because my YouTube is a brand account, so technically I can have like people that I trust go on and update things if I'm ever like in a position where I just can't.
Yeah.
And that in itself, just having somebody else to help every now and then with things would make it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Now, Alex, directing the same question to you. You stalled us, you like a sneaky bastard,
My bad.
to give yourself time
My
to
bad.
think about where you go back in
Mike,
time.
you did that yourself, man.
Yeah, don't
I have
blame
done
me.
nothing.
Okay, so what time would I travel back to? Is that the question?
Yes.
Or forward to.
No, it would definitely be back.
Okay.
I don't know. I'd have to flip a coin between the start of high school or the end of high school. And
Okay.
I'll tell you why. Because at the start of high school, I can kind of start things over. I'm too young to say this, but I already have a few regrets from my past self
Sure.
in high school.
Sure.
And there's a lot of things that I would change around. Or after high school, because even though I have those things, I have fond memories of other parts of high school and parts of my life that I wouldn't want to change, and it would be weird, and it would rob the experience of myself, especially if I like traveled back in time and I remembered those things.
Yeah.
Or like the people that I shared them with.
Right.
But either way, if I went back in time, I would do exactly what Connor said and try to get into the streaming and gaming a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Just so I have
Agreed.
more. Yeah. Again, just have more time to do it.
Exactly, and get your roots sewn in a little earlier.
Oh heck yeah! When I started a year ago, there were a few friends like other than you guys that found out, and they were like, "Huh, wonder why you didn't start sooner." Like we were expecting you to. I was like, "What the fuck, man?"
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks for the heads up, Buster.
Yeah. So and then me being the age that I am now, I feel like I'm kind of late to the game compared to all the other established people, and that's a shit attitude to have, but it's still there lingering.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I get that.
but more than
This feels more
likely
like
after high school.
This feels more like a podcast.
Well, currently I'm at 2 gigabytes left, so it's very, very close.
Okay, I'm just saying.
So
I mean,
I'm pretty
we're still
sure
waiting
that
for
by the
Jimbus
time,
too. So
Yeah.
I know we've talked about wanting to do a podcast in the past, and I'm still for that because I think that would be a lot of fun.
I feel like we would do so good.
I feel like
You do what?
we
We
do
would do
good.
very well. Yeah.
No, we
Yeah.
do good. Superman.
We do so good.
It's so good.
Podcasts do so
English,
good. We
wow.
us.
I
That was
concur.
good, dude.
All right, so if I could go back in time, if I could go anywhere in time,
Oh, jumping forward
I,
here.
I have two things that I think of. I would either go back in time just to change. The only thing I would change, and this is the thing, like I don't want to change a lot because I wouldn't want to mess with. I have regrets, but the things that I did that I regret ultimately ended up bringing me to the place that I am in my life now,
Right.
and I'm happy where I am. So,
Sure.
Right.
like, I wouldn't want to alter that, but I would definitely invest in like stocks or something and start streaming. Like you guys had said,
Donks.
if I could go back in time, and I think the only other thing that I'd really change if I could go back in time is that I would not allow myself because after I got my associate's degree in college, I said, okay, I'm going to pause my education to go to the workforce and start saving money up for college because at the time I was trying to be responsible and I
Yeah.
was afraid of the consequences that might follow if I were to get myself into too much college debt.
Yeah.
And I think that just comes from like that my parents kind of were more frugal as I was growing up. Like we had a big family, so we had to think more about costs and the consequences of like incurring unnecessary costs.
Yeah.
And so I've always been really conscious of that. So I think I'd go back and I'd tell myself, hey, don't stress about the cost because everyone else has gone through that too.
Oh yeah.
And I would have stayed in college and I would have finished up my degree and that's the only thing that I could think to change. Because I would love to be doing character design for video games instead of what I'm doing right now. Even though I love what I'm doing now, it's like
Well,
that's what I want to do.
you
That's
s- you
where my
said you
heart is.
I love that you throw in because you're streaming that you
No,
love where
no,
you work, dude.
no,
Yeah,
no.
just
I'm
in
being
case a
honest.
coworker
It's like-
watches, so that
Yeah.
he starts nodding his head ominously, like, yeah, he better.
He's like, good pet. You
Real
have done
quick,
well.
before Alex, I know you were about to say something. I'm watching a YouTube video, and I just saw that they're bringing Super Mario 64, Super Mario
Oh,
Sunshine,
yeah.
and Super Mario Galaxy all to the Switch, and
Yes.
that just
So
hypes me
good.
up very
Yes.
much.
There's also a rumor that they're gonna add that's gonna have like additional content added to it. There's a rumor. I don't know how true this is, but someone had told me that they heard a rumor that Odyssey was gonna be added to that as well at some point.
That'd be kind of nice.
So because it's part of the saga of Galaxy.
Yeah.
So it would be interesting for sure if they did add it. But I'm not necessarily crossing my fingers for that since it is just based off of a rumor.
Yeah.
And it's still super soon for it too.
Yeah, because that game came out like what 2 years ago.
Yeah, a couple
Yeah,
years ago.
it was
I
a
think,
launch title for the Switch, so I don't think
Yeah,
they're gonna make a remaster of it anytime soon, and especially
Right.
because they're still selling it full price, like to this day. You know, Nintendo's been pretty good about keeping
yeah, their
consistent
games don't
prices.
really depreciate value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Smash Brothers.
yeah,
is
which
still,
sucks for
like,
us,
full
you
price.
know, when we want to buy games that've been out for a while. But yeah, I was so excited. I retweeted it
returned.
this morning, and
Oh,
Ah.
hello, Jimmy.
hey,
Have
there he
you
recording
is.
a
consumed the
podcast now,
Chinese, or
apparently.
is it just sitting beside you?
Yeah, where did you go for the Chinese? Did you go to Chinatown in DC?
You guys got to realize I live out in the middle of nowhere. Closest
Oh,
Walmart's
that's
like
right.
15 minutes away,
That's right. You're
Oh, okay.
and it was
Country
in the
bumpkin.
shopping center of that Walmart. So yes, sir.
yes, sir.
And then I also stopped to get something to drink, and the line at the Dollar General was long as fuck. So.
All right, so my main assets are installing right now, so that I guess that's good. I'm at 2%, so everything's downloaded now. It's just installing, I think.
Connor, I am so excited to play Super Mario Sunshine again, though.
Are you?
Oh yeah,
That is one
Oh,
of my
yeah.
favorites. And when they announced it was part of the bundle, I was like, oh, yes. Plus, I've never played Galaxy, so that's going to be fun.
Galaxy is good.
I
Galaxy,
never played
I
Galaxy
think
either.
Galaxy is that. So I think Mario went through like a renaissance in a way,
Uh-huh.
and
Explain
Galaxy
yourself.
So Mario hit, I think, a patch where it was only appealing for nostalgia,
Yeah.
and that was after like the period of time, because there was a period where like GameCube dropped and they had Luigi's Mansion, and that was the last like great 3D Mario game. And then after that, they just kind of went back to the original sauce,
Mhm.
and
The
they
original
started
sauce.
doing platform side scrollers again. But they just made them look prettier.
Yeah, like
So
new
like if
Super
you look
Mario.
at all the games that were coming out, like the 3DS and like the the Super Mario Builder and stuff like that. Sorry. That was all paying homage to the nostalgia and a new twist on the nostalgia and a way you can, play the same platforming and make it a little more interesting. But
I
then
think a lot of pop culture hit that like
Oh, yeah,
um,
definitely.
that little what you just said, where
But-
they kind of did things for nostalgia.
But
yeah,
but definitely
but-
Mario, because you know why they announced that bundle, right? Is because either later this month or next month it's going to be its 35th anniversary from
Yep.
the first Super Mario game. So yeah, it is
wow.
getting up there.
Yeah, wow. But yeah, no, that's the thing, is they hit that patch, and then Galaxy was the first game since really Luigi's Mansion that took Mario in a very new and fresh direction.
Yeah.
And anyone who loved Mario
But it
and
was,
loved
but I don't think it was new and fresh though. I think it's. I mean, again, that's just a reskin of 64 and Sunshine.
Oh
just-
no,
you
it is
add-
definitely
yeah,
not.
It is.
Have you
but
played
you just
Galaxy?
add
Well, not
you just add like new stuff to it, right? Because Sunshine is a reskin of 64. You just have this water gun and obviously new features, of course. But I mean, that's the same thing as Galaxy. It's not like they reinvented Mario.
Yeah, but that's the thing is that the introduction of new mechanics is how you kind of reinvent the wheel in a way. Like Mario 64 was its own like unique step into the 3D world, but Sunshine and Mario like 64 play very differently. It's like comparing the Kingdom Hearts games to the Chain of Memory games.
No, it's not.
That's very it's you
No,
could
that's
say
not even
Yeah,
similar.
I'm not gonna agree.
I don't know.
Agree to disagree.
The water
Now,
gun
Because
was
You had me at
each
first,
Mario
but as
game,
soon as you brought up Kingdom Hearts, I was following you for a
oh
little bit.
my
You said Kingdom
gosh.
Hearts Chain of Memories
Maybe
are
that's a little
compared to the Kingdom
extreme.
Hearts. Yeah, there's those are completely
But
different.
you understand the general that wasn't the best comparison, but the
It was
general
not.
idea I'm
Do
trying
you
to
have another one?
convey
Grab another one
is
out of your bag.
oh my goodness, I don't have a
I need another
bag.
comparison here. Give me a bag, dude.
I have no Gucci in my closet.
side-scrolling Metroid and side-scrolling Mega Man.
No. Here. This is
I
a
mean,
better one.
I think that just follows
Side-scrolling
my chain.
Metroid. Side-scrolling Metroid compared to Metroid Prime, and then taking that and then putting it into the Metroid Prime games are all kind of the same, just with different abilities. But that's the thing is it's not like
Mario
it's
Sunshine, Mario Galaxy.
it's not, but it's not like that though, because Mario Sunshine, if you play Mario Sunshine, you play Mario Galaxy, they feel like very different games. Yeah,
Because of
Mario,
updates.
huh?
The only reason is because it's on a completely new engine. It feels cleaner because it's
No,
on a
no,
new
no, no,
engine.
no.
But
I'm
the core of the game is collect stars, beat Bowser, right?
Collect
That's always
stars,
Yeah,
that's
but
jump
always
on
been.
enemies,
like
beat Bowser.
But that's like saying that. I mean, it's different because like Call of Duty Black Ops. Oh, hey Dion, welcome to the chat.
All Call of Duties are the same.
No, so yes, but the thing is,
I
like
wish I didn't pop in the middle of this conversation because I
No, please put your input in here,
No,
dude.
yeah,
'Cause
oh,
this
yeah?
we're having a good
If
conversation.
I'm trying
you
to figure
may-
out what the core of the conversation is about. What are you guys talking about? Like, I know
I
it's
don't
Mario.
remember.
I know it's
we are
Mario.
currently
we
talking
were
about the
talking
new
about time
bundle.
travel. I never finished what I was saying
The
about time travel.
I totally
Okay.
forgot about the time travel.
But
Oh,
I will
God.
say this just to summarize
No,
my.
you did finish your time travel. It was
No,
Alex's turn.
I
No,
know I
Alex
had another
finishes.
thing.
Yeah, I
Oh,
finished
okay.
mine.
That's okay.
I was gonna say my because I said I had two things that I was gonna do,
Okay.
and
Well,
I
let's continue.
said
Listen,
going behind.
let's continue with the Mario because this is where
Yeah,
we are
so
now is great.
you're comparing how different the Mario games are?
So this is okay. This is where it spawned, Jimis. It was we were talking about the new games that they're re-releasing on the Switch, being
Uh-huh.
Mario 64, Mario's Sunshine, and Galaxy.
Yeah.
And we were talking about. Mike had brought up how Mario Galaxy was the first like big new thing in the Mario chain since Luigi's Mansion. And then I said that Mario Galaxy is just a Mario Sunshine with different mechanics. I mean, it's like the same game. It just has a
Okay.
hat that you
I
get.
can't
and
put
stuff.
in
That's
too much input there because I've never played those Mario games. I was more into like the platformers,
Side-scroller.
64, and I love the Paper Mario games too.
I've never played Paper Mario. I've always
I
wanted to.
love Paper
Dude,
Mario.
I love Paper Mario.
Just
And
adding the
I was a
RPG
huge fan.
elements
I'm a
in it.
huge fan of the Yoshi Island series, but I never got into any of the other ones. I like Mario Kart.
Yeah,
That doesn't count.
that's
See, now that is
Hell,
a good comparison.
that's-
Okay,
No, it's
okay,
not. No,
there
it's
we
not.
go.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
That is
Because
not
that's
a good
like
comparison.
no, it's not.
Wait.
Because that's like
Okay,
Kingdom Hearts
here's
and Chain of Memories.
I had
and
a
that.
comparison and then I lost it. What was
Can
it?
I say something real quick?
Yes.
no.
No.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
I've been beat.
Yeah,
to
go
it.
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Who here, by a show of yes or no, has played Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, or Mario Galaxy? Like the three of them, or even two
I-
of them.
I played 64. I played a little bit of
64.
Galaxy, but I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, I've played a very so that's why I feel like where I'm coming from is a place of just playing like maybe an hour or two of Galaxy, which might excuse me, might not give you or give me the insight that I need to actually have this conversation, but that's just how I felt from that little bit.
I have never
So I've played
Galaxy.
all of Sunshine, I played all of 64 and a very little bit of Galaxy.
I've never played Galaxy, but I have played Odyssey, and I'm gonna have to agree with Connor. Like it's the same game.
But
So
that's the thing is Odyssey.
in Odyssey, I knew how to do
about-
all the fancy jumps already because I've done all the fancy jumps that they
Right.
don't
Think
teach
about
you
all the
in the other
Pokemon
games.
No. This is not like the Pokemon games. Okay, let me explain the difference.
Not just the main ones. I'm talking like all the Pokemon games. It's
So-
genuine. It's the same thing at the end. It's just Pokemon fighting each other. Usually,
Odyssey is considered
Except
the
for,
sequel to Galaxy,
Snap one.
but Odyssey is more about the play with the hat. That's the new mechanic. That's the thing that
Or the
makes that
Zelda
different.
games.
So what? Why are we talking about the Zelda games?
I'm trying to
Zelda's
find other
closer.
comparisons of how
Zelda's
like they
closer.
change.
So I will say, so let's use that as an example. So Legend of Zelda compared to Legend of Zelda, the Wind Waker, like the old top downs versus the Wind Waker versus Ocarina of Time. Those are games where the mechanics of the game were new but not revolutionary. The Breath of the Wild game compared to Wind Waker was revolutionary.
Yes.
Because of time, though.
Hold on.
What?
That was my
Because-
point. Because
Well,
of the
no, no,
time
no, no.
difference, right?
Well-
Because Ocarina came out in 20, or I'm sorry, Breath of the Wild came out in 2017, 2016, or whenever that was. Wind Waker came out in like 2004, or
Right, but the
whenever. I
difference
don't know,
isn't-
but
The difference doesn't have anything to do with time. It has to do with setting. So in Wind Waker, it's a world exploration game that as you're playing, you unlock different abilities, and that's the core of the game is solving puzzles, fighting the bad guys, exploring the world.
Now hold on.
Oh, what about Breath of the Wild?
That's Legend of Zelda. Every single Legend of Zelda game since the 80s has been about unlocking new abilities and exploring an open world. It's just that Breath of the Wild's a little bit more open world than the others.
Well,
Yeah.
and the thing that makes Breath of the Wild so different, though, is that they brought in a realism factor to it, and it changed the way the game feels. That's what's revolutionary about it. Is it becomes a game. It's not a game about, yes, there are new abilities you get, and yes. So my comparison here is that is similar to how they changed Galaxy compared to the other games, because in Galaxy it doesn't become it is still a platformer, but they start to play with dimensions because of the fact that as somebody who played Galaxy,
lost me.
it's all about the
Pokemon,
the fucking planets, like using the
Pokemon
circular maps to jump around.
Okay. I thought you were talking about like I didn't get that. Like I said, I didn't play too much. I thought you were talking about like the way that the world was laid out, and I was gonna say that was the same way in 64.
Because the button, like the jumping and the slamming and jumping on people's heads to kill them, like that's all traditional Mario.
Yeah.
Just like Legend of Zelda has the tradition of you go in
Using
and you
a
get
sword.
new items and new weapons. But what's new with Breath of the Wild is now you got to worry about your stamina. Now you got to worry about your weapons breaking. Now you got to worry about like different armor you put on protects you from different things or gives you different advantages. And in Galaxy,
that was an Ocarina.
well, I mean,
All of that.
Well,
Yeah, I was about to say that's in Link's Awakening, and that's a
very
remake.
very minimally, not enough to actually notice. Because I've never had a weapon break in.
And you've never got
Ocarina
that
of
long
Time.
ass sword.
Now look,
Yeah, I've
that's
never-
stuff.
I've-
That stuff
There was a long
is
ass sword that broke very easy.
that stuff is innovative, yes, but to further talk about what Connor was talking about with the Mario games, at its core, it's still recognizable as a Zelda game because the classic tropes of blonde hero named Link, even though in the past games you can name him yourself, has to save Zelda using only a sword. Well,
Yeah.
not only a sword, but like with the other equipment and stuff. But
Yeah,
the,
but
the
if you
innovative
look at what
the innovative part of it was like the world was huge.
I think
Right.
But
You
at
would've
its
got
core,
me.
it's still a Zelda game.
you would have got me if you said that Luigi's Mansion was revolutionary, because I think that is way more revolutionary than Galaxy to Sunshine.
Right, but what I'm saying is that since I'm not arguing that Luigi's Mansion, so I think what you guys are thinking about is that when I say revolutionary or that it's a renaissance, that you think
I
that I
would argue.
mean that they changed the
I'll let him
whole
finish.
recipe. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it was the first game since Luigi's Mansion that really changed the recipe.
And
That's not.
maybe,
I'm not saying that Luigi's Mansion changed the recipe more, but
yeah, yeah.
what Galaxy did was it brought a game back to life in the sense of giving it a refreshing new take in the sense that now you have to think about you have to think about the dimensions of you're not moving on a solid platform or on solid land, you're maneuvering around planets and bouncing from planet to planet. It's like Portal compared to, you know,
Portal 2.
no.
I'm sorry.
It's
I would
like
like to
Portal.
make the
It's
argument that Luigi's Mansion is not a Mario game.
I
Yes,
mean,
it's set
I
in the
agree.
Mario
that
universe.
is arguable as well since
I
it
I agree
stars
with
Because if
Jimmy.
we're gonna say
Mario.
Luigi's Mansion is a Mario game, then Smash Brothers is a Mario game. Then
That is
Mario Olympics
No,
is a
don't you
Mario
no,
game.
fucking say
Mario
that
Olympics
ever
is an
again.
Olympics.
Jimmy.
Mario Olympics is a Mario game.
I agree.
But
I agree with you because Luigi's Mansion
don't.
changes the core gameplay of the Mario games. Core gameplay of the Mario
Yeah,
games is to
That would
jump on
make.
enemies.
I would say Yoshi's Island would be a Mario game then, if we're gonna say that.
I've actually never played Luigi's Mansion, so I can't add input
So-
there. But Mike, my problem, I think where I messed up, Mike, is where I said that Sunshine or that Galaxy was just a reskin of Sunshine. Obviously, that's not true. Obviously,
Right.
and I think we are close to agreeing on the same thing. Are we just?
We
Are
are
I
we
not
still don't know what the
close. We are-
argument's about.
we are not close to this download
Okay,
being done.
yeah,
I will say
let's
that.
let's
Holy
get
shit.
Mike.
It's an
what's-
MMO. It's gonna take forever.
Mike, ask the question to Jimmy. Ask the time
Jimmy.
traveling thing, because that's how all this crap.
If you had
That's
the
where this
choice,
started.
yeah.
if you had,
Yes.
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 If you had the choice of a time traveler using a dildo on you or a butt plug, what would you choose?
No. Jimmy,
Okay.
if you had a choice to go back or go
In
anywhere
time,
in time,
or go anywhere in time.
Using one of the items Mike has mentioned before.
no.
A time travel butt plug. Just pop it in and give it a whirl.
I'm gonna say, to answer that question, I'm
Oh,
going to say
great.
the dildo because the dildo I don't have to necessarily put into my butt to use. I can just
Yeah,
like lick
shove
it
it
or
in the
something.
mouth, dude.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. Just suck
I'd
on-
rather do that.
Suck on it. Dial in 2020 and just pop it in like a lollipop.
Guys,
Oh.
guys, this is getting a little bit too visual for me. I don't.
Not usually this descriptive in stream.
I don't know.
Okay. Here.
I'm sorry.
The
I
original
forgot you were
question.
streaming.
Take out the
Was-
sexual.
Oh yeah,
Device.
Jimmy,
Can't-
you
if
are
you
live
could
right now.
time
Say hi
travel,
to the
when would you go?
When would I go? Ooh, that's a really tough question.
We all said very like personal things, and Jimmy's gonna be like, I want to go back to medieval times and fight
Nah,
people with swords.
I'd honestly probably just go to, I don't know, maybe like
The day you
60s or
die, because I
something.
was thinking that too.
the future.
take
I didn't
me
even
out.
think about. Yeah, you know,
No.
I'd try to go as far into the future to the point where everyone just gets along and we're
But
done
okay,
arguing with
keep in
ourselves.
mind, you can't guarantee
far-
that though.
Yeah, so you might go on forever,
That's
and then
fair.
you'll just be alone floating in space.
Yeah, remember that episode of Futurama where Richard Nixon like put his head on a robot body?
Oh yeah.
That might happen with Trump. Like for
I've
real.
never watched Futurama before.
You've never seen Futurama? Great
Yeah.
show. Recommend it.
I
Futurama's great.
definitely have had it recommended to me, but I just haven't taken the time to watch it. I've been trying to
love
catch
that
up
show.
on things.
Okay, then I'd probably say the 60s or something, because probably like late 60s, so I can kind of live through the 60s and the 70s and stuff, and
Sure.
you know, I probably wouldn't change a thing.
Okay,
you know.
then here's the
I just
question.
I feel like I would fit in a little bit more.
I got a follow-up
that era.
question for you then.
Okay.
Would you risk meeting yourself today?
Hell
You know
yeah.
what? This might be a really weird response to that question, but I've
fuck
always
yourself,
had
wouldn't
that
you?
thought
You
in the
dirty
back
dog.
of my, no.
Oh,
What do you mean? What do you mean
With the
dildo?
time
I've had this
traveling
thought
dildo.
before. Like, what if what if time travel eventually is possible, and what if it happens in our lifetime? What's to say we haven't run into a time traveling version of us or one of our descendants, and they're
Yeah.
just
Yo.
smart enough to blend in?
Jimmy, no
I know
lie
that's a very
though.
crazy thought, but I've had that thought before.
Me
I'm
too.
like,
No,
because I'll see people that kind of like look like people I know or me,
same.
and I'll be like,
Jimmy.
I'll be
No
like,
lie.
are
Did
you
you know?
from the-
I've run into
Yeah.
people
What if you're
so
from the
many
future?
times that looked like just like me, but like in 50 years. I'm like, holy shit, is that me?
Mhm.
Almost everyone on the Earth has a doppelganger, and you can look
Yeah.
them up. And I swear they're just time traveling remnants, and it's the craziest thing in the world.
Can you look them
'cause
up?
they-
Really?
well,
Yeah, I forget the website.
But-
Yeah, you can look them up.
Oh, I want to find mine.
You like send in a
that was
picture
my
of your
silly.
face.
That was my silly answer to your question, or I guess not silly. I guess that's
That was so silly.
Decent answer.
You're so funny.
I'm funny. I'm so funny. I'd probably say I would probably try to avoid myself. I'd probably embrace the whole new lifestyle I have, and probably
Very
wouldn't
Yeah,
probably
just
wouldn't bother myself, because if I bother myself,
live and
I'll
let
never.
live kind of deal.
I might mess up the timeline I created for myself.
Yes,
True.
Mike is
Like,
weird.
like
You
what
have
if
to
you
understand.
stopped your your future self
I'd probably
from
check
going
in.
back in
I'd
time
probably like.
and just cause like a space-time continuum rip?
I don't think.
Oh,
Well, I'm
God.
going to use the end game theory with that, where that's just going to cause
alternate
its own-
reality.
another time. I'm living in the timeline I created, and that's just going to cause its own thing.
Okay.
I will say that was a really good way of the way they explained the time travel was very sharp.
Mhm.
All right.
So Back to the
next-
Future's a bunch of bullshit.
I know. Look, it's 2020. We don't have hoverboards yet. What the hell?
All right. I've got the
We do
next
have
question.
hoverboards, just not the
Hey,
same.
Hey
as
man,
Not
they
the
just saw
cool
people
ones.
flying jetpacks a couple
Are
days
you
ago,
guys
like
ready for the
yesterday.
next
Did you see that?
question? Because
I did see
we're
that,
Still
Jimmy.
not
I did
done with
not see
this download.
Okay.
What?
Next
Yeah, what's
question,
the
These
next
two
Mike.
planes saw a guy in a
Okay,
jetpack.
next
Wait,
question.
wait,
This one-
wait. Does anyone else have a question? Mike
Wait.
got his. Does anyone else have a
No,
question?
Mike's got like
What?
a
I
list
got
of
a list.
questions.
I don't like Mike
He's
though.
the questionnaire.
Okay, if he's the questionnaire, then I guess go ahead, Mike. Bring it on. Who's
I am
answering
the
first?
one
We'll
who
start with
asked the
Jimmy this
question.
No,
time.
we're starting with you, Connor. We're just going through the cycle.
No.
We're
Damn
in
it.
this
Okay.
cycle. Yep. That way it's predictable.
We're going around the
and we love
class.
it.
I wanted to
All right.
reverse
All right.
that.
All right. Connor, what is your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet
Shit.
peeve. Oh, I don't know. Um,
Or a pet peeve, if that's easier for you, because you probably have many, and choosing the biggest one is like that's how I am, because I've got a lot of pet peeves, but I don't know which one I'd say would be the biggest.
I don't know. It's hard to tell for me because like I try and live life like not caring a lot. So pet peeves are things that happen in the moment. I don't really try and think about them, but I know that something that does drive me insane is when someone thinks I'm stupid. Like if I make a
Well,
mistake on
that's
something,
fucking stupid.
if someone,
Yeah.
if I make a mistake on something, or just for an example, if I make a mistake and someone's like, just assumes because I made that mistake that I'm just a dumb human,
What a mood.
there's nothing that
Feels
drives me more insane. That I can
Yeah, I
think
can
of
agree
off
with
the
that.
top of
I'd
my head.
rather like
It's not your
someone
turn,
can call
Jimmy.
me dumb or a dummy.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm agreeing with your answer. If someone calls
I
me
love
dumb or a dummy, I'm okay with that. But if someone uses the word stupid or idiot, that's where I get like, I'm like, watch it
Yeah,
now.
then you know they're not just like
Yeah.
being goofy. Then you
Yeah,
know they're
because
really
dummy's
actually,
kind of like, at least the way I use dummy, like,
you big dummy.
kind of you big dummy.
It all just it depends on inflection, of course, as well. Like if someone called me
Yeah.
stupid joking around, like if I could obviously tell that they were joking, then it wouldn't bother me. But if I
I wasn't joking. but-
genuinely thought that they were being okay, if I genuinely thought that they were being an asshole to me, like that, nothing drives me more insane.
Yeah. All right, Alex, you're up next.
And
Ooh,
that's not to say that I'm a super smart person. I just
right.
don't like people making inferences about me if they don't know me. And it doesn't
I'll
have to
drink
be
to that.
stupid. It's just anything, anything at all.
Yeah.
Nice. That was a good answer.
Yeah, it's very, very
good.
clean,
Yeah, very clean.
effective, and to the point.
All right.
All right, Alex, your turn.
Hey, can we also ask Jess? Because if she's still in the chat, I think she's still in
Yeah,
the chat.
yeah. If she, I don't know if she
Yes,
is.
she
I
is.
thought
She is.
she jumped
She
into
is.
mine for a second, but She doesn't love me.
Stream.
is not in yours. Sorry, Buster.
She's still mad about
She's
Phaedra,
in mine.
so-
Hi, Jess. You still here?
I think she's tuning in and out.
Okay, that's fine.
She might
Okay,
comment.
so the
I'll
question,
keep an eye on it.
the question, what is the biggest peeve? Is that the question? What's the biggest pet
Yes.
peeve?
What is your
biggest
your
pet
pet peeve or biggest pet peeve? If you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was originally gonna say people who contradict themselves.
I do that a lot, and I hate that
in
about myself.
terms of moralness or like responsibility.
Right.
Jess answers
You know?
last. She says.
Well, so here's a prime example. There's a guy at work. He's always like, yelling and
You'll
screaming.
be more refer to him as Jimmy from this point forward.
Yeah. So this guy at my work named Jimmy.
Sorry, Jimmy.
He is constantly going on and on about like, oh, I hate lazy people. I hate when people do this. I hate when people do that. But like his big thing is like laziness, right? So at work,
Man, he would not like your stream,
Dude.
He just based off of the name.
Listen, on multiple occasions, I have caught this guy sleeping in his office.
Wow.
And then later on, he would tell me like, "Oh, I did this, I did that. Like I was working on this." I was like, "Yeah, whatever. I caught you sleeping." There was one time I was letting somebody into one of the event rooms that has like a sofa and a TV, and it was also a closet for like our security people. And I opened the door. TV was on, lights was off. This dude is laid out on the sofa, just laying there. And as soon as I open the door, he kind of pops up and says, "Oh, hey, I was eating my lunch." It's like, no, you were
Good
not.
recovery.
That's a
Excellent
big
The
rip.
recovery.
lights are completely off. Yes, there's food on the table, like opened up like a fucking slob. But like he just wakes up and he's like, "Oh, I was just eating my lunch. I was watching TV." It's like,
What an intellectual paragon.
I
that
just
he
wanna
came
say-
up with that excuse like that. So impressive.
yeah.
I just want to say I was eating my lunch.
So,
All right.
I dig that. That's a good
that's-
answer.
That's like
actually
the
feel
biggest
that a
thing.
lot.
That's like the biggest thing for me. When you contradict yourself based on morals. Like if you say you're a good person and then you do like something shitty. It's like, I'm a good person. I'm also a MAGA hat wearing Republican. I was like, no, you're fucking
Oh,
not.
damn.
What?
Going
Okay,
straight for the throat.
getting really political in here.
I know.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So
Damn.
what if someone is confused, obviously confused? Do you give them any pity?
If they're obviously confused, then yeah, I'll give them pity. Maybe they don't know.
Not about sleeping, but like sleeping on the job and preaching, how active they are or whatever, because that's just a piece of shit. But like,
Yeah.
There's no ill intent behind their hypocrisy.
right.
No,
Like
that's
they're hypocrites just because they don't realize it.
no, that still annoys me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
damn it, I am.
You gotta be self-aware. You
I'm
gotta
a
catch your
man.
own mistakes.
I'm a man of conviction. All right.
There you go.
Like,
there you go.
if I don't say something in a joking manner, then I'm not joking.
Right.
You know,
fair.
like
Pretty
like
much,
like
yeah,
if I
pretty
tell
much.
you like, hey, I can do this. I can 99% do it. But if I say, yo, I'll give it my shot. Because I don't know if that's humility or that's just me not being a dick about it.
Right.
But
Yeah.
like I just hate when somebody says something morally and then they go against that, like either immediately afterwards, because that really takes me off, or like later on if I find out that they're doing something that went against what they were complaining about earlier.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how well I explained that. I'll listen
No,
back
yeah,
to it
you-
later
No, I
on.
can agree to
Oh,
that.
Good
I have a
answer.
very-
Good answer.
Okay.
Good answer.
I have a somewhat similar situation to that with someone at work, but instead of sleeping and being lazy, he just drinks and be's lazy.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Like
All
he'll
right,
just chug a beer behind the counter, or like.
No, he'll either come in drunk before work, or when he works doubles, when he goes on his hour break, he'll go over to the Longhorn and
So
Just
have a couple
knock a few
shots.
shots.
actually
Yeah.
talking, saying this stuff out loud, maybe it's not a contradictory thing. Maybe it's an accountability thing.
I think
Yeah, maybe it annoys me
Yeah.
when people don't like go through with what's, I don't know, expected
given
of
to
them. Yeah, or
Right.
what's been given of them. So maybe
Hey,
that's
way to
my
put me
pet
on
peeve.
blast with my Twitch stream, buddy.
Hey,
Way to put me on blast.
no, I'm just saying, like,
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I know.
if you said you were gonna stream tonight, and then you didn't, yeah, that wouldn't bother me. But if you said, "Oh, I'm streaming right now," or like, I hate, say you say like, "I hate streaming," but then you go ahead and start streaming.
Right,
It's
right,
like,
right.
why would you
Yeah.
do it, man? Why would you do that to yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
my
turn.
currently at 21 gigabytes remaining to upload. Main
21.
assets.
I thought you were
Yeah,
just at like 2.
I think
It
that
just
was
keeps
the.
resetting.
Yeah, it's so the bar is about.
So you see how it says like main asset 1? That, at least for me, that's what it says. Because I have 4.31 gigabytes of that
You
remaining.
got a lot of characters, Alan.
I do.
Yeah, mine is
it's
at
downloading
main
different
ass-
things at a time.
It says main assets 332, 20.97 gigabytes remaining, 8.97 megabytes. So
Might take
I'm
a
at
while.
a third, or I guess a quarter of the bar. So we're probably not going to end up. That sadly, we may not end up actually playing because me and Jimmy are still downloading the game.
I'm fine with that. I mean, we can just talk.
Yeah, we're just chilling, basically doing a podcast.
Hey, do you guys have Fall Guys?
I do
I
have
know.
Fall Guys.
I have not
I do not have
downloaded it
podcasts.
yet.
Ugh. That's a
I'm
bummer.
So-
sure that would be an extra big download.
So guys, Jess posted
Thank you.
hers on my chat. Did you guys see it, or do you want me to
Oh.
read it out?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
Jess,
read
do
it
you want
out
that
loud
read?
for your stream, I guess.
Okay,
just to
Jess-
acknowledge it.
Princess Jess 808 says, "Mine is when somebody consistently, or no, not consistently. Mine is when somebody constantly complains or asks for advice after you've already helped, like they want someone to save them from their own decisions, and or complain for the sake of complaining."
Yeah,
Yeah,
it drives me
I
crazy
feel
too.
that.
I agree with that too. Like, I don't like users, somebody who's constantly, taking advantage of the goodwill of others to the
Yeah.
point where
Or
it seems
it's
like they
like-
can't take care of themselves.
At that point, it's not even that. It's just like, for me, it's like, there's a problem, and the only person who's to blame for it now at this point is you, because people have tried.
Mm-hmm.
People will give you advice, people will try to help you, and you're not letting them. So you're not letting in the solution, and you just want to focus on the problem and stay in that funk, because it
Well-
makes you feel like
Yeah.
you are. I don't know. It makes
Yeah,
A lot of the times it's just them wanting to make you feel
some way from.
yeah, like it's to pull you in basically.
Okay,
And it's very annoying.
she added to it, is it drives me insane because it's forever the same story with them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
and
my
I
thing
agree.
is, I will give you advice and I will try to help you. Like, I kind of have a strike system. So, like, if I'm gonna give you advice or I'm gonna assist you, and you repeatedly turn that down or just want to focus on the problem, I just stop listening when you're gonna tell me, when you're gonna complain, because the only person who's doing it to yourself is you.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I have another example of someone like that at work.
Go ahead. You
I
have
wish
the
I
floor,
could
Jimmy.
I wish I could do that, Mike. I wish I could have a strike system.
Yeah, it helps you purge out.
See,
the toxic, the toxic.
I try to be
people.
generous in the right. I try to be generous in the right situations, because I have a lot of that in my family, where people just complain and complain and complain and just wait for us to help them.
Yeah.
And I
It-
kind
it's-
of went.
Go ahead.
do me wrong once, shame on you. Do me wrong twice, shame on me. And that's usually when I stop.
Yeah.
You get like 2 chances with me.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a good quality to have, especially if somebody else is gonna keep driving you. It's like the TV trope of like that family member that's like always asking for money.
Right.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
it's like, well, you get a fucking job. All right.
Right.
Jess just added a couple of other things.
I hate asking for money.
She continues. She says it drives me insane because it's forever the same story with them, and she was agreeing with us. Yes, users, people have nothing to offer but their own problems. They hunger for sympathy as attention.
Yep. Yep. That's very true.
And she says she has specific people in mind, but she's
Yeah.
not going to name them publicly.
I'm pretty sure I know who she's talking about too. That's
Like,
the bad thing.
I don't want to put out anybody on
Yeah.
blast that we may potentially meet maybe in the future.
Is this
So-
person named Jimmy? No, I'm
It's
kidding.
not important who it is.
Wow.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
The
Jimmy,
important thing is that we spread awareness for these assholes.
yeah, get
This
woke.
is now the cancel podcast. We're just gonna start canceling people.
No,
Canceled.
can't do that.
All right.
Canceled
My
with the
big-
good time fellas.
My biggest pet peeve, probably, I don't know. I've got a couple. Like, I try to, Connor, the thing is, you were saying that you wish you had a strike list and that you go through life, like, pretty carefree, like, you don't really dwell on things.
Yeah.
I have the issue of, like, I try to stay carefree, but I have this fixer mentality of my own where if something persists enough, I want to fix it, and that's the reason I have the strike system, because I'm used to forgive people always, and it got to the point where it was abusive, basically, because I would just continue to let toxic people hurt me, and I had to learn to cut them off at
Yeah.
some point. to
Yeah, that's
survive.
good. I've never had anyone intentionally try to hurt me because I can tell a toxic person right away. So like
Yeah.
and I just keep them out of my life. Like I just don't care for them to be in my life. So
Yeah.
I ignore
I've gotten
them,
pretty
you
good at
know.
that. I've gotten better at like sniffing out. Like there are a
Yes, I
couple
said
of things
nothing.
that there are a couple of things that I look for, and it's like one of the things that I look for is if somebody is more interested in talking about like kind of on the not on the same note, but what Jess was saying, if somebody is more interested in talking about the problems than talking about the like
Solutions to those
the
problems.
solutions, then sometimes that's a good sign. It's also like I remember I had a conversation. I sat down with somebody in a public place, the restaurant we've all been to, where we all met, and I've sat down there and I've talked to them, and I noticed
The smoky one with the shit food.
yeah, the hookah lounge. Yeah, we a lot of us met at a hookah lounge.
Why don't you just name it?
No, don't name it. Don't name it. I don't want people Google mapping us and then trying to find us.
Okay,
Oh,
fair,
yeah, true.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
fair
All right, just bleep that out. Forget that I said anything.
look,
'cause I started to say something.
I know we're not that big yet, but like somebody can look back on this because I may or may not post this little like impromptu podcast on my channel.
Podcast.
So
Hey,
But
look, this is a
basically-
good times fella thing. Get out of here. Don't put this. This is
But-
a business property of all of us, Alex.
Basically,
Just kidding. Obviously, you can post it on your channel.
thank you.
Like I've gotten good at like there was this guy that was listening to my conversation with this person. It was like a personal like, hey, we need to talk kind of conversation.
Mhm.
And he was just openly looking and listening to our conversation. And he's like an acquaintance. And it's just like that, that person is just in it for the drama. Like, why are you listening to this conversation that's clearly meant to be private? Like, just because you're in proximity to hear us shouldn't mean you should turn around and watch it like it's, a fucking episode of Dr. Phil or something. Like, this isn't
Right.
your business.
It's
And
like,
so-
it's like if somebody walked into my bedroom or walked into my stream room while we were talking about time traveling dildos and then just kind of standing there and staring at us. It's like, oh, so you're talking about time traveling dildos. I would be like,
Yeah.
Listen,
either
like-
pay a subscription or like watch my channel
Yeah, that's what I was
instead
gonna
of just
say.
staring at me, my guy.
That's what I was gonna say. Is listen, if you want to tune in, just hop on the Twitch stream.
Right.
Right, like,
But
jeez.
no, I think the biggest pet peeve for me right now, because I do have a lot of them that I like I try to be kind. Like I try to give people the benefit of the doubt and not get too frustrated about pet peeves. But I think the one that really bothers me right now is kind of along the same note as what Connor was saying, where it bothers
Oh.
me.
Nothing about dildos. Don't worry.
Oh, nice. Katrina has arrived just in time for the dildo talk.
Yeah, right.
So I do not like. I try to be very open with people, but the person like I'm like in high school I was very social, but the person that was speaking to you on the surface level wasn't really me. It was a facet of me, and that's how I kind of live life in the sense of I don't really give everybody the deep thoughts or the time to be with that real, self that I have, unless I'm very close with them, which I would consider you guys all close, people that I'm close with. And
What's your name again?
Yeah, first time meeting you.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met you on
Yeah.
Craigslist like a week ago, my dude. Who are you?
Yeah, we Craiglisted our Better Time Fellas group.
Oh my god. What would that what even that would be the search that brought you
Can
to
we-
that?
Oh
Let's
my
all
God.
just
Okay,
write
hold
our
on,
own
hold on.
Craigslist ads.
There
Yes,
you go.
I want to do that. Mike, finish up yours, and I want to get to Jimmy. I
Okay,
want
okay,
to
okay.
see if I post. I've got a question. I've got a question after this.
Okay. But what I was gonna say is basically I have kind of a personality that I present up front, and I like my coworkers have never heard me curse.
What?
I've complained before, but they've never really seen me like really be mad at something or upset with something. Like I try to relatively keep those things to the people that I'm really close with because I don't like the idea that someone will see an aspect that's not the full picture and will assume something negative based off of that. So my pet peeve is when somebody sees something that isn't the full picture and then digs into it
You
and
hate assumptions.
forms an assumption. Like there have been
You
times
hate
like,
assumptions.
like
Why don't you
I
just munch down on my flavor then, huh, bud? Get your own
they,
fucking pet peeve, you piece of shit.
basically like because the thing is like if I say so along the same note as what Connor was saying, if somebody says something, like if I say something and someone interprets that as me being dumb and they make that like they start to treat me like I'm dumb because of it, it makes me so mad. And
Yeah.
like if somebody sees something, like if there's a moment where they like walk in and I'm like, I'm like tired and I'm leaning in my chair back and they make a comment about, oh, like you look like you look lazy or whatever. I don't know. Like stuff like that. Like it irritates me because that's not like the full picture. Like you don't know the full picture of, anything that's going on in my mind. Like you don't you shouldn't assume to know.
Yeah, after one
that
bad
I'm-
experience, they just
Yeah,
assume
and-
your entire like personality.
And maybe the best way to
Or
say it is
character.
people who like I don't know. I also it kind of leads into the fact that I really dislike people who aren't willing to like change opinions about things, and kind of on the same note that Alex was saying, like people who get really like stuck in like a moral like pit, and then they're like about they want to die on a hill for something,
Yeah.
but you're like trying to show them that it's not that way. It that just frustrates me like to no
Now,
end.
that's funny you say that because I was going to say for my biggest pet peeve are people that are pretty much what you're saying is, when reiterate what you just said real fast.
Wait,
so I can
you
reword it in my
literally
head
want
again.
me to repeat what I said so that you
yes,
can say, yeah,
yes,
that's what I
because-
said?
Jimmy,
Yeah,
this
Mike.
is a podcast, so you gotta listen.
Jimmy.
to
Yeah, I
it.
know. I'm sorry.
Okay, listen, this is what we need to do. Mike, stop your stream. Go back to listen to the VOD.
No,
you
no,
have
no,
to
no,
quote
no,
the
no.
exact
I
words
I got
remember
it.
what
I got
said.
it.
I remember.
So pretty much my biggest pet peeve is when people try to push too hard to change your ideas, whether it be with me or with me watching people do it. Now, because you were saying, now if it's like an obvious bad like idea and they're just going to go through with it, or believe it or whatever, then that's that. But it's not up to any one individual to say that's right or wrong.
Right. So
It's up to the individual to figure it out themselves.
So it sounds like your biggest pet peeve might be, and don't let me talk over you, but
Okay.
it might your biggest pet peeve might be mindedness, like to the
Yes.
point where the other
Because
person
I try
doesn't
to-
see
I-
multiple opinions.
To bring a little bit of the politics back into it, I'm neither Republican or Democrat because in my mind I see goods and bads of both sides, and they're all idiots, and a lot of it is pointless.
Yeah.
There's much more important things that we could be caring about in the world right now than all the bullshit that's going on, and it's exhausting. But it's exhausting when people don't look at, like, let's see, there's, I live in a very churchy area.
I really do not want to get
I'm
very
in the
political
Bible
on this
Belt.
if possible.
Yeah, I'm trying not to get political on it.
Okay.
I live in like the Bible Belt. Religion probably isn't a good idea either.
Hot topic.
Yeah, I mean that is a hot topic.
But there's a lot of folks down here that if you're not a specific religion, they kind of shun you off, and it's very interesting to watch. Or like there's a lot of military folk where I live, and if you're not a military person, they kind of a lot of them look down on you, and there's a lot of entitlement involved. Entitlement's another big pet peeve of mine.
Yeah, I think I think you just hit the nail
I
on the
think
head
that's
with your
the root
topic.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
the root of it. Entitlement is because no one should be entitled to anything.
We're all dust in the wind.
Exactly.
All right. Cool.
Party on, dude.
I know that's a kind of a deep and dark thought, but it's true. You should enjoy. You should just focus on you in your life, and that's it. And
Okay,
who you care about.
I was about to stop you if we were going to start talking about some existential shit, because
No.
that's not
We're gonna be in
where I
this,
want this
in
podcast
this conversation
to go.
for way too long.
We were talking about time travel earlier.
The time travel's light. That is
wait, Connor,
light
you had a-
compared
you
to
had
what
a
we just
question.
talked
It
about.
can be light.
You
Okay.
you had a question, Connor, and I'm really curious about what this question
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, the question, just talking about what we were just talking about, if I had posted
Size
on
triple X.
Craigslist. Excuse me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought. Okay, go ahead.
No, you've gone a completely different direction here, but
Wait, the
if-
Craigslist thing? What was that? Go ahead.
yes. If I had posted on Craigslist saying, like looking for 3 other dudes. I say 3 for now because that's all we have, solid concrete. And you saw the ad. What would be the message to me that you sent trying to get into this group? And I lay out in the Craigslist ad, like what the plans are, via podcast or YouTube or whatever, like an online.
What would the
facet.
ad say? See, I'd have to read the ad.
I would need to. Yeah. I guess this is a weird.
That would be a
question,
fun little
but
thing to do, though. You should write that, and then we should write our response.
Yeah, we'll do that next week on the next episode of this podcast.
Right.
We'll each write something up to see how we're gonna trap each
'Cause
other
that would be
into
really
a
funny.
Craigslist friendship, and we'll come back.
We're trying to secretly draw someone into this
Okay,
group.
yeah. So that's our homework. We got to write Craigslist
we have
ads for each
homework.
other.
Well, first,
Don't
Connor's
think
gotta
I
write
will make
the
an
ad,
actual.
and then we gotta
graduated-
I will make an actual Craigslist post.
Oh
Yo,
no!
yes.
Oh, please.
Yes,
Oh,
and we'll just
God,
read the
that'd be
response.
so-
You just read the
Yes.
responses next week.
Oh, that would be so golden if I actually
Wow.
pulled people that messaged me. That would be great.
I feel like
Do it.
if you're not careful, it could get weird.
No,
Because
let
Put it on a
let it
Facebook
get
looking
weird.
for 3 dudes.
No, Craigslist.
We
it needs
won't
to be
say
weird.
we won't say names when we read out the responses, but we will
Okay.
totally.
Yeah, we're not
read
gonna
what the
actually
hell.
get them on the call.
Yeah, we'll bring them on Discord.
Oh
Nope.
man,
Nope.
this is such a bad question. I wouldn't want to bring it up.
What's
Oh.
I
is
sounded
it? Is it?
gangbangy. How did I
is-
sound
is this-
gangbangy?
Is this the next question in the list, Mike? Oh, for those
no,
who are,
I was flipping through the lists and the questions, and there was one that said, "Which of your friends are you proudest of?" And I was
All
about
right.
to be like, "Oh,
Oof.
well, right before
My
you ask
sister,
that,
currently.
before you ask that,
Aw.
there was
Aw.
a statement in the chat from Jess again, where she said Connor sounded very gangbangy.
I agree."
I'm
Can we vote on
guessing
that?
because of the three
What?
guys meeting a friend
Yeah,
aspect of this
Craigslist
message.
looking for 3 guys. That's very gangbangy.
Do you know how the movie Tusk got started? It was through Craigslist.
Was it really?
That's very good information.
Yeah, there was a
Tusk is a
Craigslist
horrifying
ad
movie.
that was pretty much the plot of the movie. Come to my house and you can live here for free, but like for 2 days a week you got to wear this walrus costume. And while you're in the costume, you must be a walrus. And
That's
Kevin
funny.
Smith posted on he was doing it on a podcast, and he said, "Okay, everyone do hashtag walrus yes or hashtag walrus no." And depending on how many we get, we'll make the movie.
Have you
That's
guys,
how they made the movie.
Jimmy? I'm guessing you've
awesome.
seen this movie. Connor, Mike, have you seen this movie?
No.
I have
Never.
not.
It is
no, I
Tusk? Oh, it's
horrifying.
fantastic.
It's
It's so
like-
I've never
bad.
even
It's
heard
so
of it.
good
my
at the same time.
anxiety when watching that movie just makes me cringe like the majority
You would like
of the
it,
time.
Connor. It's got podcast involved in it.
I've got to say that as soon as someone mentioned Tusks, I lost a viewer. So
I actually gained a
Dude,
viewer.
that movie
so
is so bad but so good. Johnny Depp's in it. Haley Joel Osment's in it.
yeah, for like
Justin Long's in it.
like a couple of brief sayings.
I
Yeah,
like
the
Justin
main
Long.
the
He's
main
in it at the end.
the main guy
he's
is
the best.
Justin
He makes
Long.
that movie.
he's not in a lot of stuff anymore, but I did like him when he was popping up.
Who, Justin Long?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I love him in that movie Accepted.
I've
yeah.
not seen.
I
that
love
movie.
Accepted.
That is a great movie. That movie is just that
What-
movie makes you feel
One of
good.
my all-time favorite college movies,
It's very funny.
other
Oh,
than
yeah.
Animal
It's like-
House, like the original Animal House, and Van
You've
Wilder.
seen the
Oh, yeah.
original Animal House? How old are you?
I am not
God!
30, if that's what you're asking.
You haven't seen the original Animal House? What's wrong?
Oh, that movie came
I
out
didn't
in
even know
like, the
that was a
50s.
movie.
That-
What is
what?
Animal
It was
House?
like 70s, 80s.
Animal House was the first like
Crazy
thing of like
college
those
movie.
frat movies, like Van Wilder, or like Revenge of the Nerds. I would definitely put American Pie in that genre too.
Yeah,
It was kind
Ah.
of the spark
I thought-
of that.
American Pie was like
era
a
of
high school
movies.
movie, but yeah, it was still like in that genre of young people doing stupid shit.
Yeah, doing whatever they could to get laid. Really.
Yeah.
So I want to confirm one thing really quickly. I am now at 3/4 of the way, so we're getting there. We're almost.
Does
there.
it say it's
been, what,
playable yet? Because at one point it should say if it's playable or not.
Is yours done, Jimmy?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Connor, what
The
about you?
problem- No, mine's nowhere near done. The problem with these old launchers is they have such a minimum rate download speed. Like I have, like I said, 300 megs a second, but I'm only getting 2.66.
Oh,
That's so unfortunate.
So-
And it's
I'm
the problem with
getting-
all these old launchers.
so what you
Yeah,
guys are
getting like
saying
2.6,
is maybe no
2.7.
Star Wars tonight.
Yeah,
There might
yeah.
not be Star Wars
There won't be
tonight. There may
zero
not be
Star Wars
All right, I'm ending my stream. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy. No, I'll keep it up for a bit.
Listen,
Um,
if you're gonna keep it up, you should change it to just chat.
No, I did. I changed the name to Accidentally a Podcast.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Accidentally a podcast.
Oh,
That's
I
awesome.
should change the game to just talking though. So
Yeah, change that to
let
just
me
chat.
do that. Just chit. Just chat. Just chit chat.
Are you pulling those questions up like just off the
He has
internet,
them
Mike,
written
or you
down, I
just-
believe.
or you wrote them down?
How do you do that? Just talking is the category?
Yeah,
Just chatting.
just chatting is the category.
Interesting.
So I change it. We are an actual podcast right now.
Yeah, we've gone. We've done did it.
I have a fun little
This is all it took.
background.
My stream also because I don't want to falsely advertise Star Wars.
Right.
Jess, I'm a little lonely over here in my stream, Jess. You should jump over. No, I'm kidding.
I think Jess, are you on your phone? Because if that's the case,
She is
you can't really hop
watching.
around.
She is sitting at a bar and laughing to herself.
Very good.
Is what she said.
That's awesome.
It sounds like she's having a
Sounds
great time.
like a crazy person. Imagine if you go to a bar
You're
and then you just see somebody just like sitting and
You're
laughing to
only loyal
themselves.
viewer.
I would walk in like, what the?
Yeah, you are the crazy person at the bar right now. That's hilarious.
I was gonna comment that so we were talking about movies, and I did tell Dion earlier, and it sent him into a little mini spiral of confusion. I have never seen the Hangover movie. Any of them.
What?
Really?
I've never seen the Step Brothers movie.
No, okay.
Aside
Okay, okay.
from it.
Don't say it like that. You can't say Step Brothers questioningly. Like is this even a movie?
I
I've never
do-
seen
I
it.
do
I've
know
never.
that was
You
the name.
said it
I
like
just
you were.
get it wrong.
Yeah, you said it like you were reading it off of a fucking note card.
What
dude.
is
It says,
the Step Brothers
It says
movie?
here the Step
Step
Brothers.
The Stepford Brothers?
I've only
Have you seen Talladega Nights?
I've not.
Bro.
What?
I've only ever seen I told Dion I'd seen the Neighbors movies, but I think I've only seen the second one.
Yeah, I saw that with you.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
You were laughing your
I
ass off. We
remember
were like the only ones in that theater.
Normally. Yes,
You would
yes, you are a
love
crazy
those
person.
movies.
Normally, but
I-
we love you.
I just saw Happy Gilmore just like in the last like 2 years because
Oh my
Dion showed
god.
it to
Have
me.
you seen Tommy Boy?
Nope.
What is
What?
wrong
You
with
need
you?
to.
Like,
have you seen any Chris Farley movies?
I don't.
Do you know who Chris Farley is?
Chris Farley, because I don't.
Oh my god.
that guy in a little
Little
coat.
coat.
Farley. No, I have not. I've
What?
seen him in
Oh,
movies.
Mike,
but I've
you would
never
love
watched-
Chris Farley.
Let me see
Should I
if I
pull up-
recognize any of his movies. Oh, he
Should I
passed
pull up
away.
some
a couple
questions?
years ago.
Tommy Boy, yeah. He died young. He died of a heart attack, I think.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
on SNL. He was so funny. I grew up watching his like SNL's greatest hits.
Yeah.
Him and Adam Sandler were real close friends. He's in
Oh,
he's in
Cosmo.
Billy Madison. I don't
Yeah.
think he's in Happy Gilmore.
Womp womp. That's really sad.
I love Happy Gilmore.
I will
though.
have to go back and I'll have to experience his movies because I did not.
Well,
know it was a.
it's funny that you're saying you haven't seen all these movies because I've been wanting to do. I've been having like an urge just to do my own podcast where
How do you hate
I'll
Will
either
Ferrell?
sit and
Guys,
how do you hate? Who
Guys-
said that?
guys, just want to let you
Jazz.
know that you are now live on my
Cool.
stream.
Yeah,
I
your
pu- I-
face is up.
Nice.
I pulled up the Discord, so since we're
love
having an actual podcast, we might as well just talk like this.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you.
I
can
feel like I
see-
should turn my
Oh,
camera
yeah,
off
that's
though.
Mike, I can't see your camera though. And for
No,
those
it's
wondering
because
at home,
he's-
I don't have a camera. I am very shy.
Faces. It's
Oh.
Mike can't pull his camera up because he's streaming himself.
Yeah.
If you have OBS open, you can't pull your camera up
I'm
on
gonna
Discord.
Got-
turn off
Gotcha,
the
okay.
camera, though.
That makes
I
sense.
can turn my camera off.
No, I still think because OBS is open that you can't have your face on Discord. I mean, try it, but I'm not sure if that'll work.
He did earlier, and it had a load box.
Yeah.
Okay, I just deactivated my camera, and now
I guess let me turn to face
I'm here.
the audience here.
Yep.
Hey.
There we go.
See, I
Yeah,
put-
you guys are on this screen when cameras.
Oh
over
man,
here.
why you look so professional, man? I got like a blanket on and everything. You've got your nice room set. I got like Coke and magic cards and some bills laying on my table.
Don't even talk to me. I'm still
You're
wearing my
such
work
an
shirt.
adult.
I should take my work shirt off.
No,
Wait,
please,
how-
please. I'm gonna get banned. I'm gonna get banned if you show them pecs. Michael, don't you even dare.
Ashley would not be happy with me.
Dude, I like your shirt, Mike. What a great fucking fucking
Hell yeah.
For a
Twitch
podcast,
shirt, dude.
yeah.
Well, I mean, just Twitch
Right.
because that's what this was originally was.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I need to address something real quick in your chat here, Alex. Jess is saying she doesn't like Will Ferrell because his humor is stupid. I agree, it is stupid, but the joy of Will Ferrell is that
There we
his
go.
humor is stupid.
It is stupid, but that's just a style of comedy. He plays like that loud, obnoxious guy that's
the
also
joy
a
of him.
dummy.
Yes,
And
that's
because
how
of
he is
that, I
in most of his
love
movies.
Will Ferrell.
But the joy of him as well is he is one of the best improv actors that you will ever see.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
He can.
And
you don't
he's
think
any
stupidity
skit
is
he's
funny?
in SNL, he's just trying to make the other people laugh.
SNL with
That's all he
him
does.
was like his golden years. Like
Yep.
I've never seen a bad episode of SNL if it featured Will Ferrell in it.
Oh yeah. I love him in The Other Guys.
Yes. The buddy cop movie with Mark Wahlberg.
I've never seen that movie.
You've never seen the. God, what is your problem, Mike?
Dude,
Okay,
my parents
we're playing. No,
strict
stop,
out
stop. We're
watch.
playing Survivor now, and me, Jimmy, Alex, and Mike have to vote someone off. And these votes are based on who has seen the movie Step Brothers. If you have not seen the movie Step Brothers, you get a vote against you.
Wow, I see.
All right, Mike. We'll talk to you next time. It's
Yep.
been great talking to you.
It-
No.
It's been nice.
I want
Thanks for
to ask.
tuning in.
I want to ask all of you this question because since Mike hasn't seen all these fantastic films, some quote unquote fantastic, I've been wanting to do a podcast where we either watch the movie separately, then we talk about it, or we sit down and we watch it and then we talk about it while we're watching it.
Science Theater 3000 or whatever. I love
Mystery
that.
Science Theater
Thank
3000.
you. Thank you. I forgot
Hell
the mystery.
yes.
This
I
is
think that would be so fun.
information.
Mike, what? That is a very good point, Jess.
What?
Jess says Mike was sheltered growing up.
He grabs his face immediately.
You little Macaulay Culkin.
I wasn't allowed to watch Pokemon or play any of the Pokemon games growing up because my parents thought that it taught evolution. I love my parents. I love my family.
Mike, I apologize for laughing. I know that was insensitive, but like, I've never thought about the link between biblical creation versus Pokemon evolution.
My family.
Hey, the
thought,
word is there.
like anime
It
was
is there.
anime was like demonic, so I couldn't watch that. At one point, I almost couldn't watch Transformers because they had an episode where they were like these Egyptian eyes floating around, and my family was like, "Oh, satanic."
I wasn't allowed to watch Ed, Edd and Eddie because it taught me how to scam people. And I was like, not well.
That's legitimate though. Like,
No, it's not. Dude.
I saw-
They
I still
were so
watch
bad
I
at
saw
it, dude.
I saw a post talking about how Eddie like always woke up like on the grind because like every single day he had like a different scam. And it was saying like that's how you know Eddie's from the
My-
streets.
I
My
was allowed
stepdad
to
would tell me I
see-
wasn't allowed to watch it, and I'd be like, "You're not my real dad.
You're not my dad.
You're not my dad.
so-
you can't tell me what to do."
Not to cut us off from this great conversation, Jimmy, you had
I was that
a
kid.
question for each of us. What was that, bud?
I had a question for you guys.
Yeah.
That was my question. Was that podcast? Was the
Oh.
Mystery Science Theater 3000?
I'd be
Oh, that wasn't a question. You
I'd be
just
down
said
for that.
you want to do it.
I'm a huge
Yeah, that's what
I'm a
I was
huge
going to
movie
ask.
buff.
We should do that, or if
Oh,
you
okay.
guys
I would
wanted
do
to
that
do
too. That'd be
Yeah,
fun.
we should
No,
definitely do that. But
I'm a huge movie buff. If I have seen so many
I've been
movies
wanting to do
and
like
I've
the Karate
searched
Kids
so many
because
bad
Cobra
movies.
Kai's coming out.
Oh, it's already out, my
okay,
dude.
so good.
Oh, I love it.
I just watched all the Bill and Ted's again.
Excellent.
Never seen any of those.
That was
Haven't-
excellent. It was.
Haven't seen the new one.
I haven't seen any of them.
Uh-huh.
Me and Mike are in the same boat.
You just
on
got to
this one, I
go with
believe.
Bill and Ted. Those are like some movies you can just not dissect because if you do, it breaks the whole movie.
I'm
Sure,
gonna
yeah.
stop you guys for a sec. Mike, can you say something? Because I think your microphone's cutting out.
Hello.
Okay.
Oh no,
yeah.
he's good.
You have to pull the mic a little bit closer to you when you talk.
You do, and you might have to cut your volume down because of it.
Is that fine?
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
You sound like a silky smooth jazz fucking singer, dude.
Thank you so much for joining us on
Okay.
this evening's podcast
So-
of
Dracula
What
3000.
Yeah,
Ooh,
one
thanks.
one video you guys definitely have to watch so we can bash the shit out of it. Is probably the worst movie I've ever seen ever, and it is a little golden gem called Dracula 3000.
Oh no.
Oh,
All right.
I think I've heard of that.
It's
I know what you're talking
It's on
about.
Hulu. It's online. Go find it. I need somebody to talk about this movie with me.
Okay,
'Cause
so listen.
out of
I
the
love this.
thousands of
Dracula
movies I've ever
3000.
seen,
I'm gonna write
this
that
is
down.
the worst movie I have ever seen. And I love bad movies. I did not
Are we
love
gonna do?
this piece
Let's
of
do
garbage.
that. Let's all just pick the worst movie we've ever seen, and we all go watch it, and we all come back and talk about it.
Okay. So
Do you
my pick is Dracula 3000.
That's tough because do you remember? Did you guys ever see the Mystery Science Theater where they did the Birds
Yes.
movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
Birdemic.
I watched. No,
that
I
was
watched very
arguably
little.
like the worst
Mystery
movie I've
Science.
ever seen just because of the quality overall. But I think that I have one that is probably one you guys haven't seen before. It was on Netflix a couple of years ago, and I had an ex introduce it to me, and it was absolutely like just garbo. And it's about the 2012, the world ending.
Uh,
Oh,
It's called
is it 2012?
Ice Age 2012. That's what it's called.
Ice
But
Age.
it's not
Oh, I
2012.
saw that.
It's
I
not
didn't
the
see it, but I
2012
saw
that
it.
hit the theaters.
I am
It's a
googling this.
2012 that was only on Netflix at the time that it was on there.
Yeah, I never saw that.
So bad. So that would be my what is
I have a lot
so
of.
apparently Katrina has asked who has seen Splice. I don't know what that movie is.
You know,
I don't know what that
I
is.
haven't, but
That-
she's told me about it before, and I've read about it, and it does seem like one of those movies I wouldn't want to watch, but I will totally watch it.
VHS I heard was very scary. Okay, here's the thing.
I love
Here's
the
what we're doing.
VHS movies.
I've never seen any of them because I don't like horror stuff, and I believe it's kind of like a scary movie. Yeah.
It is. It's a compilation of like the found footage kind of horror movies, like think Blair Witch Project, but it's a compilation
those.
of like
Like,
5 or
Adam's
6
Claw.
different like stories.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's kind of cool. I like that concept though.
yeah, it's a
Okay.
cool concept.
Here's the thing. This is what we're gonna do. We have the first movie that was brought to our attention was Dracula 3000.
Yes.
The three of us and Alex, you're gonna have to watch it again just to be refreshed on it. Unfortunately, even though you hate it.
Fuck.
Yeah, we're all gonna watch it.
I regret this
and
already.
Whenever we come back to do another one of these, we will talk about it, and we will also
Okay.
talk about this Craigslist posting. I think all of us make a separate Craigslist posting.
I'm not gonna make a posting, but I'll comment on yours.
No, you don't actually have to make a Craigslist post. Just write up like a post
Oh, okay.
of you like trying to find people to join your your group of whatever.
Super Rad Podcast. That's
And
how we
then
write it.
I think
Oh,
we should
no.
try. I think we should try and improv a chat between the parties. I think that would be the greatest shit.
Going
Yeah.
for the interview,
Yes, exactly.
please. Oh,
I've never seen the interview either.
Dude,
Okay. I mean, that one's just a terribly funny movie. It's just
Get
so
out.
stupid. It's funny.
yeah. I wasn't a fan of the interview. It was
Really?
it was hyped up and it was very disappointing.
I've never seen Pineapple Express.
That's a good one. That's a classic.
I love that movie. I didn't think I was
Um,
gonna like that movie because I didn't like James Franco before I
I
saw
don't know
that
if I
movie.
want to watch Splice now. Katrina's like speaking so many negative things about it. It's kind of scaring me away from watching it.
it's from what I've seen and read about it, it's a weird concept. So, do you know what the movie Species is about?
I do not.
Okay, so it's pretty much the same plot. I don't want to spoil it unless you guys want to watch it, but it's about an alien, like a man-made alien, trying to procreate.
Oh boy, oh boy.
That's all I will say about it.
That sounds like a.
Can I give my
That sounds
bad
like
movie?
a pass for your boy.
I almost need to see this movie now.
It's
Oh,
from what I've read, it's wild, and I will
Genetics
totally
goes
watch
wrong.
this movie. Yeah, her
My movie.
her 3-word
Oh, I'm
summary about it is genetics gone wrong. And from what I've read and from what she's told me, yeah, it's very wrong.
oof. So,
My movie came out a couple years ago.
Okay.
A fresh one.
Yeah. I went the day I saw this movie. I also saw the Power Rangers movie, and I saw the Power Rangers movie first, and then this one. And I thought the Power Rangers movie was phenomenally better than this movie. And I was going into it thinking it was going to be flipped. And this movie is life. This movie came out a couple years ago with Ryan Reynolds, Jake Gyllenhaal, and
George,
it's like a
leave the
space
chat.
movie. Is George in the chat?
Okay, so we have another friend of ours and my brother George. He's in the chat right now, and he just posted while we're talking about like bad movies. He just posted a one-word thing, and it was Brazzers.
That's
Brazzers. Oh God.
Which I will say,
I've never seen that movie.
I've never seen a bad movie from their platform.
Oh my god.
The Grinch parody.
The Grinch. No, I think that's Wood
Not a
Rocket,
fan.
but like we're not gonna.
Have you seen the Scooby Doo parody? Scooby's not even in it.
I know.
Ugh,
Wow.
takes the fun out of that, doesn't it?
What a failure. So guys, I'm at 3/4 of the way, and my game has not budged downloading. I had an idea that I was gonna say, and I think it would be fun.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I had to Google what life was after Jimmy said it,
Yeah,
and I remember being interested in this movie.
it's.
I remember
it's
being interested
very
when I watched the
disappointing.
trailer, and I heard that from reviewers. Like it was just like shit afterwards.
Because I was very hyped to see this movie. I was like,
Yeah.
"What's and Jake
2017.
Gyllenhaal?" I'm not. Yeah,
I see it. Okay,
yeah.
I saw that. I've
Just
seen that.
don't. I don't want to tell you too much about it. It's about some astronauts who discover life in space, and
Hi, the pappy.
hilarity ensues.
I heard it was like a poor prequel to like the Venom movie.
Oh.
I would see people are trying to make it better by saying it's like that, and
Yeah.
it's not.
Here's the
And
thing, though.
That's
I'm a
oh,
person-
you know what is another bad movie, and I'm sorry to put two out there, but The Mummy with Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
I might change mine to that because that
I'm-
was
I'm hesitant to
awful.
watch it just because I'm in that generation that grew up with what's his name,
The
Brendan
original-
Fraser. Yeah, the
Yeah,
original.
it's
guy.
connected to that kind of.
And that
Here's the
movie
thing.
was amazing. That was my
I'm a
childhood.
person.
I
I'm a
love
person
those
who
movies.
just
I have the
I'll
collectors
watch
over
a
there.
movie, and I'll just like it. I don't. It's not. There's like not a lot of movies that I don't enjoy.
See, I can understand that because I'll sit there and I'll enjoy it. Like I enjoyed Life, but at the end of it, I was like, that wasn't that good. Like I'll sit there and I'll go along for the ride.
Yeah, man,
but
life
I can
sucks.
sit there at the end.
Like
Yeah.
fucking sucks.
Or like even with the Mummy I tried really hard to like, but and there's some moments I
so
like because they kind
Jasper
of bring
Carter
in.
liked Life. She liked Life as a standalone movie.
I can see why you can like it.
That's a good way. Of
I thought
that's a good way
Power
of saying,
Rangers
"Fuck
was
your
much
opinion,
better.
Jess."
No, she said the Tom Cruise Mummy, not Life.
Oh.
Which
okay.
yeah,
Oh.
if I watch it
Yeah,
not
Jimmy's like,
comparing it,
What the fuck?
if I watch it not comparing it to the original ones, then I might like it as just like a solid sci-fi flick. But
It's they tried to make Monster Avengers. That's what it felt like.
yeah, and
the whole
that's
time.
that's what I heard. I thought
That's a
they said
cool
like
idea.
Sony was gonna make like a dark like monster universe.
There was just so much going on because there's this thing that they take from my favorite horror movie of all time. I wouldn't even really call it a horror movie, but it's An American Werewolf in London.
Yes.
And in that movie, you know how the friend dies and then he haunts his friend saying, "You have to kill yourself so I can go to heaven."
yes.
They take
Spoiler
that
alert.
and put it in The Mummy because they paired Tom Cruise up with one of the guys from New Girl. I can't remember his name. The guy who voices
one?
The guy who voices Spider-Man in the animated Spider-Man movie that came out.
That doesn't help me.
I can't remember the name of it. Wow.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
Into the Spider-Verse. He plays Jake, I think, in New Girl.
Oh, I know Jake. Okay, wait.
The guy, the bartender. It doesn't matter.
Jake his name?
Maybe. It
I've
starts with
never
a J.
seen New Girl, so
That's a
Oh,
great
I
show.
can't help you.
Nick.
But
Nick is the bartender.
Nick.
Almost looked
yeah.
it up. Didn't have to. I love Nick. Though.
Um,
New Girl's a great
yeah,
show.
me
Can we
too.
just? I
Is
just
it?
want to say I
Okay.
love New Girl, dude.
yes, and his character and Tom Cruise's character, I liked that, but it just felt like they were having like 5 different movies all at once trying to make this universe, and it was really weird, and I didn't like it. And technically, it's connected to the old movies because the books are in that movie.
Okay, so
shot.
for the sake of this next
Which makes me even
podcast,
more
when
mad.
we're picking a movie, do you want to do Life or do you want to do The Mummy?
Ooh.
Okay, so for our next one, we're doing Dracula 3000. Don't try and sneak away from that, Alex.
No,
But
I'm
the
not. But
following
I thought we were all picking like a single
No.
crap movie.
We have to do. There's
Yeah, I
no
think we
way
should do
to
one
watch
at a
4
time.
movies and talk about all of them. That's just too much for me to hold in my head.
I feel like we can't.
I gotcha.
I feel like we have to watch the movies and do like a live commentary while we're watching it.
That's tough though, because
There's watch
we have
parties.
to all be able to sit together at the same time
And sync
for
up the
an hour and a
movies
half
when we're on
movie,
like
sync
the same
movies up.
spot.
Yeah.
Like
That's too tough.
copyrights and
Yeah.
Well,
I
yeah,
can
we're
see-
not going to stream the movie.
No, yeah, we don't have.
We're
to do
going
that.
to stream ourselves watching the movie.
No, we can. Yeah, we can just sit down and watch the movie.
So
and then
like how
talk
you
about it.
guys are just like looking at the screen right now, it'd be like this, but you guys are watching the movie on the screen. But you'll
There's
We
got to
could
be a
do
way
that,
to
but
do that.
I
They
don't
have
want
they
to
have
do that though.
group calls and Netflix and shit. I think.
I'd rather us all bring our own opinions instead of formulate opinions together.
Yeah, I'd rather sit and
Because that's a
watch
lot
the
more
movie
fun.
too.
Yeah, I
Because I
see
want to
that.
sit down and dissect it. And be like, this is why it sucks.
I don't know if Netflix Party is a thing. I know that they announced that, but I don't know if I've ever actually seen it.
they
Well,
did
I've
announce
kind of been
it.
doing it for years because I'll with
Why-
a bunch of my friends, we'll just be like,
Okay,
you want to watch
so-
this?
so-
Sure.
so
Line
it
it up
is a
to 3
thing.
seconds. Hit play. Go.
Well, yeah, of course, but I've done it through like Rabbit TV or whatever, or rabb.it, but that service is done. There's no point in talking about that. Oh,
Someone could always
NetflixParty.com?
stream it through like Discord too, and we can just watch it. We just can
Yeah, there's
like
a website
record.
you can do Netflix party.
Oh, look at you, Ash. Oh, Ash Cat. That's crazy. That's awesome. But no, we're not going to be doing that. Unless you guys really want to. I think would be cooler if we formed our own opinions and then brought them separately to the table.
I think we should do both.
Yeah.
Connor, the way you said opinions there.
We can sit down. We can
Opinion.
sit down and either watch the movie separately and then come together and watch them all together, and then we'd have to watch the movie at least twice. Which
Mike, is your audio coming out of your TV and your headset?
It should
Hello.
be.
Because anytime you
Hello.
talk while someone else is talking, you're very quiet, which means that there's microphone interference.
That's weird. Hmm.
it's no biggie.
It ain't too important right now. I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, that's weird. I wonder if it's been like that this entire time.
It
That's
has not.
concerning.
No, it's only
I
when
keep
we
having
actually
bad movies
switched
pop into my
to like Discord.
Yeah, it was weird.
It's
Maybe
alright.
that
It's
Maybe I
not
do
terrible
have-
though.
audio coming out of my TV.
I thought of another bad one. Transformers, the last one, not Bumblebee, but the one before that,
man, the last
Dark of the Moon.
the Last Night, or
Last night or Dark
no,
of the Moon.
The Last Stand, or
Dark
some shit
of the
like
Moon,
that.
the Dark of the Moon was the one right before the very last one.
Okay.
Yeah, Dark of the Moon was the second one. The third one was Revenge of the Fallen was the second one. Dark of
Which
the Moon was
one-
the third one.
Which one had
Age
the
of
dinosaur?
Extinction was the fourth one. The Last Night was the fifth one.
Which one was the
The last
dinosaur?
two.
Age of
That
Extinction.
was Age of Extinction
Age of
and The Last
Extinction.
Night.
That's the
The
last
Last
one.
Night is terrible.
That's the last one I saw. I haven't seen any
The
of the
Last Night is so
spin-offs
bad.
or the ones with Marky Mark in it.
The Last Night is so bad you don't see
Shia
Optimus
LaBeouf was.
Prime
I
transform
actually really
once.
enjoyed his performances in
Yeah.
Transformer.
And when I found out he wasn't doing the movies anymore, I was like, I don't want to watch it.
Yeah,
What?
I really like
how
Shia
do they-
LaBeouf as an actor. I think he's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Personally,
Oh yeah.
Apparently his new movie flopped. The one where he was doing, they were like Cartel. Apparently that like.
Oh
bombed.
yeah, I saw the trailer. It
see
looked
it.
good.
I think any movie coming out right now isn't going to do too well.
Yeah, except for Tenet.
Shia LaBeouf.
Jimmy.
Tax
Jimmy.
collector.
So George has suggested that we talk to Jimmy about his feelings about Indiana 4.
Indiana Jones
Indiana
4.
Jones.
I like that movie. I
Oh,
remember when that movie came out because I'm a huge fan of the three Transformers movies, even though they get worse and worse as the series goes on, as most movies do.
Yeah.
Not all, but most. But with the fourth Indiana
I
Jones
knew
movie,
it.
I love that movie because I was a kid when it came out. I was like, oh, it's Sam from Transformers. And it's kind of got the alien thing involved. I've always been into aliens, and I don't know. I really enjoyed that movie. I
Now,
haven't seen it I haven't seen it all the way through since I was like 14 maybe.
I actually didn't
But
mind that
I actually had it
movie.
on. We will put Netflix on at work with the volume off and the subtitles on. And I just had it playing the other day.
Now, I will say that first time I watched it in theater, I was loving it all the way up until the alien parts.
Right.
And then I just like, but what the, how, what? No.
Well, you know the crystal skulls are a real thing, right?
I know, but like the more I watched it, like it afterwards, I was like, okay, this ain't a bad movie. This ain't the best Indiana Jones, obviously, but like this is
definitely not.
a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with it when I originally watched it because of the fact that I liked Indiana Jones and I don't know, I wanted to like it.
Yeah.
And so watching it again, like I never really saw like too many issues with it, but I can understand why people wouldn't have liked it.
Yeah. The one thing that I will say, if they had to take out to make that movie better for me, was it's not even the aliens part. It's the part where he survived a nuclear blast by getting in a fridge
Oh yeah.
and getting
Right.
blasted
I was
miles
just thinking
away. Like he's like tumbling through this damn like desert in a fridge, and this old ass just gets out like nothing's wrong.
Dun, dun, dun,
Han Solo, man.
dun, dun, dun,
I was like,
dun.
I know Indiana Jones is tough, but jeez, come on, man.
All right, so I'm
Have you
currently
guys
at-
heard about that comic that came out that was like
it's
Han
almost
Solo
done
and
downloading now.
Chewbacca crash land on prehistoric Earth, and then years later, Indiana Jones goes looking for Sasquatch, and it's actually Chewbacca, and he finds the remains of Han Solo and the Millennium Falcon.
I did
Oh,
I did
my
see that. I did see
God.
that like little fan theory. Oh no,
Huh?
it was a
Oh, no,
comic.
that's
it was
that's
a
an
comic.
actual
Yeah, I read the
book.
comic.
That's
I did.
an actual comic book.
I did.
But we need votes.
was
We
wild.
need votes from the chat. Who is the better cryptid, Mothman or Sasquatch?
Oh, dude.
Votes from the chat first. Because
Yeah,
I
votes
know
from the
my
chat.
answer. I got that locked in.
We're gonna be waiting a couple of seconds because of lag.
All right.
That is
I'm gonna be
true.
honest. I don't know that much about Mothman.
Katrina is for
Okay,
Sasquatch.
okay. We
George
got
is for Mothman.
it's 1-1 right now.
So
Waiting
chat.
on Jess
So,
to break the tie.
so chat. If you didn't hear the question was posed: which is the better cryptid? Is it the Mothman or Sasquatch?
Two Sasquatch votes.
All right.
Who do we want to start with in the actual podcast? Since Alex is hosting, you start.
Okay, so this opens up a big door for me because I love cryptozoology and like the study of like all these like monsters like throughout, the world. But out of these two, my favorite would probably be the OG Sasquatch.
Okay.
And I say that because like he's like one of the most popular. He's one of the most numerous, as in like a version of Sasquatch has been seen like throughout multiple parts of the years. And I mean, he's a legend, man. This is Bigfoot, dude.
Plus, you get the Yeti. You get the
Yeah.
Yeti also. That's kind of a subset of
Now,
Squatch.
yeah. Now I love the Mothman, and other than a few stories of him like being creepy in the woods, where like I think one of the best stories of the Mothman was like he was like hanging out on a roof, and a little kid walked out, looks up on the roof, and calls for his family. He's like, "Dad, there's a man with glowing red eyes like on our roof," and then they come out and they see this guy just like fly off. That's pretty much the only story I know about the Mothman, and I could be getting it confused with the Jersey Devil because it's a very similar thing in a similar part of the world. But
Oh, I love the Jersey Devil.
but Sasquatch will be my number one choice.
Alex, if you could, I'm gonna go ahead and put my choice in here. If you could go ahead and click watch stream there.
Oh. Absolutely.
I'll show you. Show you mine.
Okay,
It's not going to tell us. It's going to reveal
This
with
is-
his vote.
This is so weird. Look, you see what my stream is
Why?
going?
What are you doing?
Wait, why is it doing that?
I-
That's my stream.
I don't know. Yeah, that is your stream. You are streaming an infinite
Oh my
loop.
god! Hold on.
Oh.
Change windows.
What is happening?
Okay, we gotta
Okay,
fix.
let's try this again. Okay,
We gotta fix
Here
it.
we go.
That
I'm
was
gonna go ahead
rough.
and give this a spin here. Turns out to be Mothman. Mothman happens to be one of the coolest. One
All
of
right,
the
so
coolest.
it's not
cryptids
showing on my
ever.
stream, so I'm just gonna clarify that your boy Connor just literally spun a wheel, and that's how he went.
Yeah, Mothman just happens to be one of the coolest cryptids ever. Also, there was a podcast that I made Mike listen to, and Jimmy listened to the first iteration or the first arc of this podcast. It's the Adventure Zone, and in it, the Mothman in it, because it's all about cryptids and whatnot, is just fantastic. I mean, it's just so cool. He lives in a 1960s Winnebago, which is like a little trailer, and he has these stylish glasses on, and when he takes them off, that's when he turns into the Mothman. It's the coolest shit in the world. And just
So wait, you're basing
just
your
so
like
good.
off of Mothman because
No,
of
no, no, no,
a
no, 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 no,
fictionalized
no.
version of
I
him in another
like the
podcast.
Mothman. I like the
Yeah.
well. I mean, the Mothman is fictional. First of all, how dare you assume
No,
otherwise?
it's not. It's
Second
real.
of all,
That's what
I
we're
like
talking
the
about.
Mothman, but the fact that he was in the podcast, Sasquatch was also in the podcast, and I like that character as well. But the Mothman to me is just has always
I
been
haven't
one of my
watched
favorite cryptids.
that part of the Adventure Zone, but based off your description of him, all I could picture was just Elton John with like moth wings on his back.
I mean, sure.
That would be
Essentially.
That's how you
That
want to
would
picture
be
it.
the way Jimmy
Essentially.
would picture it.
That's one thing I like about their podcast so much is that they tell you however you picture any of their characters is how their characters are.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mothman for me. That was
I'm gonna go with Sasquatch because again, he's the OG. He's the most probable, although he's most likely not real.
Shut your face.
And shut your
We got a
face.
true
There-
believer, guys.
There's
Hey,
no
believer.
hate
you know what?
speech in my stream.
If he was, he definitely isn't around no more. It's been quite a few years since
I don't know, you don't know.
that video was released.
This guy could have reproduced, and there's
Also-
a Sasquatch
Yeah.
Junior.
Yeah, are we talking about Bigfoot in general or the Sasquatch population that he has created?
I'm talking Henry and the Hendersons,
Henry and the Hendersons.
or Harry and the Hendersons. I'm
Harry and the Hendersons. Yeah.
sorry. Yeah,
Henry.
Henry.
Not
Another
familiar with that
another
reference.
classic movie.
Yeah.
That Mike probably didn't see.
Jimmy, I
I'm
love
just
you.
gonna say it.
You and
my
I,
vote goes
cinephiles
to
for
Mothman.
real.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Yeah,
that's-
Mothman. Just because I don't know.
oh,
This,
Sasquatch still wins. God damn it.
So this is my reasoning.
Because I count as 2 votes.
So
No.
so if you were in any environment, let's say you're in the woods, let's say you're in the mountains, let's say you're in the city. If there's a spider on the ground, or like a big spider, I don't know where I'm going with this. Basically,
You want to know why I don't find Mothman intimidating? Because all I have to do is put a big light on and then
oh
run
my
away.
God,
Yeah,
lamp.
remember the moth memes like earlier this year? Lamb.
But he's
Since we're
right.
on-
This
since we're on the
year?
subject of like
Yeah.
since we're on the subject of like
The Mothmans
monsters
were
and
not this
sightings and
year.
stuff, let's talk about the real monsters we had a
Lamp.
couple years ago. Remember all those clown sightings?
Oh God,
What the hell
I
is
was
that?
not
Yes.
finished, sir, with my moth.
Yeah, Mike.
I'm
please
sorry.
Continue. Mike, please continue.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Mike.
All right. So, if you are dealing with something like spiders, why do we dislike spiders? Because they crawl and they like annoy you. But what would make spiders worse? Wings. I'm just gonna say it. Mothman has wings. What are you gonna do when you see a big ass dude chilling on the roof and he fucking looks down at you and you're like, oh, I'm gonna die, and then you try to run away and the dude just swoops down, carries you off like a falcon with a little poodle.
Now,
Like,
now we have
I would
that.
turn on my car headlights and run.
We
no,
have
at this point, you've already been scooped up by the big Mothman, and he's gonna fly you off into his cave to procreate with you. Like
Now-
you're done at that point.
now, but at the same time, what if you see like this 8-foot something gigantic hairy man just barrel out of the woods, pushing trees aside as he goes, and then
That's a good
snatching
point.
you up
Such a good
and
point.
taking you into a cave to procreate.
Remember the Sasquatch
Yeah, but at that point I could
beef
drive
jerky
away from that.
commercials?
Yeah.
Remember? Just imagine that thing just like.
Yeah.
What would you rather
That
fight
sounds
in D&D? A dragon without wings or a dragon with wings? That's all I'm saying.
Hey Jess,
Do I have
just
flight?
imagine looking
I'd
at a
be happy to
spider,
fight
you
a
know what it
dragon.
would feel like on your tongue.
What?
What?
Jess will get that.
I just heard tongue,
Yo,
and I was
Yo,
very concerned.
bro, George, we are not going to talk about Thunderbirds. I'm not going to go off on that.
So my thing finished, the bar filled up all the way, and then just restarted. So.
Hey.
Are you watching the little one or the big one?
Yeah, you gotta watch the big one.
Oh boy.
Once you hit the
Oh,
pause button all the way.
boy.
Yeah, once the big one fills up all the way, that's when your thing is gonna be done.
Good God, the big one's not even halfway.
Oh, boy.
Same. It's an MMO, dude. It's a lot. It's an
It's not a
MMO
lot.
that's been
It's the old
updated.
launcher.
Which, Connor, we were talking about this earlier. You and I have to show Mike how to install a second hard drive for memory
easy peasy.
because he's filling up. He had to delete Call of Duty to get Star Wars on there.
The
Just-
Call of Duty that was only on here because Connor said he wanted to play it with me, and then he lost interest.
Who said who said I was gonna play with you? I said I
you
wanted to play
literally-
Apex.
You said.
Oh, you want to play
messaged
Apex? I can
me.
download that.
Do you think I would have downloaded Call of Duty of my own accord?
First of all,
You
my-
Yeah,
messaged me
you like
and
the
said,
shooters.
Download Modern Warfare.
I do.
Download Warzone.
George, I have okay, two things real quick. Jess, a Mothman would taste disgusting is my assumption. Two, George, I have a PC
Very-
build for Dion and you that is about $650. It's a pretty good starter PC. I will send you that later on.
Yeah.
But anyways, I told you to download Call of Duty. Yes, that was before you had your PC. 3 months later, after you got your PC and hadn't touched it, you said, "Hey, I have downloaded Call of Duty." At that point,
You didn't tell us
Call
that,
of
Mike.
Duty had been deleted from my
I
computer.
think Connor is remembering this in the way that Connor wants to remember it, because I remember.
I don't know. His story
I
sounds
already
pretty
had
solid to me.
Because based off of my memory, I already had Destiny on my PC, and Connor was like, "Download this too," because I remember being concerned with like memory that both of them would fit because I already had Destiny. So I downloaded Modern Warfare, and then it sat. And then when I was like, "Hey, I have it," he was like, "Oh, I don't play it. I don't." And
Nope.
then it was
Incorrect.
Apex again.
Incorrect, Mike. Here's the thing, bud. Let me fill you in on a little secret. How long did you have that computer before you actually played it? You still don't play it.
No. I played it when I first got it for a little bit, and then I was deterred because I didn't know like what keybinds I wanted to do, and I didn't understand how changing mouse sensitivity was working. So like shooting on console was, on PC was abysmal for me. So I was terrible at it.
Because
So
I'll tell you the counter to
I
this
remember
immediately after
the
you're done.
first time that we did anything together on Destiny, I had to plug a controller in because I was doing so poorly.
And what's wrong with that?
There's
guarantee
nothing
you-
wrong with that.
I
Guys-
guarantee you,
guys, can I-
minimum 40% of people play on controller. Go ahead, Alex.
Can I stop this for a second? We have of the jungle of the chat. You know our buddy George. He wanted to ask a question for a topic. George, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it, George. I always like input from the audience. You know, we've had
I know.
Princess Jess 808 commenting quite a bit, throwing in some good razzle dazzle. We've had Ash Try Cat throwing in some good razzle dazzle. Now we have Of the Jungle, who started out great with the browser. His first comment of the night was browsers. That's it. You don't get any context for
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
You get
also,
browsers.
Yeah, guys.
related to
Earlier when
that,
we were
there's a
talking about bad
Sasquatch
movie
parody.
experiences, when we were talking about bad movie experiences earlier in our chat,
No, don't give him context.
Yeah.
Please don't give him
George-
context.
brought up browsers, and we all agreed that we've never had a bad experience.
Good point. Okay.
And
so
then
go
Jimmy
ahead and read
started
off.
like saying specific names of specific movies. Kind of
To be
weirded
fair,
us out.
George-
a bit.
was
Jimmy's
too.
the most educated when it comes to browsers.
Okay, so here is a question that he has for
Yeah.
the gamers in the chat and the gamers who are watching this right now. What is a game that you have played that you think others haven't?
Get off of me, cat.
Oh, I have
Scared
one
the
that
hell
I
out
know
of me.
nobody else in here has played.
All right, come here.
Okay,
Well,
so
I'll
Mike,
go
you
last.
you go ahead and start
Come here.
this. What's a
Come here.
game you have that you don't think we've played?
Come on,
Let
cat.
me look up its name because I forgot it.
Come
Give
on.
me a second.
Come
Oh
on.
no, I remember.
I have a great answer.
It was a game called Burly Men at Sea.
I'm
Oh,
not
I
going to
played that.
Google this. Is it an actual game?
Because you made me play it. Nice try, you monkey.
Oh damn.
Here's cat.
Aw.
Cat,
Kitty.
cat,
Hey.
don't escape me, cat.
Try to escape.
I have an answer.
Okay,
Jess,
so
I've played Xenosaga.
Burly.
I
so-
Okay,
have
so
as well.
Mike, you had Burly Men at Sea.
Burly Men at Sea.
Jimmy, what's yours?
Or
James Pond.
nope.
James
Never heard of that.
Pond.
Never
James
heard of it
Pond
either.
was a game I had on my Game Boy Advance. It was like a platformer game. You played as this little fish. You had a little gun, and you just went
God,
on
that's
different.
confused.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's not a great game, but I remember I loved it.
Okay.
and
Well,
I can't
let me
think of
start.
anyone else who's played that.
Let's go around real quick, and then we can talk about the game because Mike hasn't talked about
Okay.
his either. Connor,
I'm gonna Google a picture of it.
I don't know, dude. Let me look through my Steam library real quick. Let's see.
okay. While he's looking for his, I'm going to say mine is a game called Kenshi. Have you guys heard of it?
Kenshi. I feel like I've heard of that, but I
Oh.
don't think
I
so.
have.
Okay, so I found the full name of mine because I forgot the subtitle name to it because there's more before this, and it's great. I'm gonna send the picture into the chat. so
Okay,
you
I've
guys-
not played Kenshi.
Ashley in the chat has mentioned
you gotta
Mary
go
Kate and Ashley Winner's Circle.
Yeah, never
I
played
haven't
that.
played
And-
that.
That one. That was a
I
family
will-
favorite of
I,
mine.
I will tell you the one thing I know about her gaming
have played
habits is that like the majority of her Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance games were like those kind of games that were like catered more towards like little girls. So like she had like almost all the Mary Kate and Ashley games.
Little Sisters games, and she had that, and I
I'm not-
played it.
I'm not too
Played a
ashamed
lot
to
of Barbie
say that
games,
I played the Barbie Riding Club game where you got the horse. And
The horse
everything
one?
When I was little. Yeah.
I played I played this Barbie like mystery carnival game that it was actually kind of creepy. I'd play it at night, and the music was really scary, and you had to like solve this mystery. And
All right, of the Jungle, he
SAT
says
prep.
Blues Brothers 2000,
Nope,
which
never even heard of that
I
one.
didn't know they made a video
ooh,
game.
there's a Blues Brothers game.
Oh, I remember Echo the Dolphin.
I remember
Holy
Echo the
shit,
Dolphin
I do
too.
remember Echo the Dolphin.
Too bad he said Echo the Dolphin #2.
Shit, I don't think I played the sequel.
What is the game? What is that game? Oh gosh, it was an old Sega Genesis game.
The game I'm gonna bring up.
Vector.
I've played Vector.
I've played Vector.
Vector Man.
Vector
Yep,
Man,
that's
yep.
who it was.
The guy that was made of like green balls and he
Oh.
like shot the stuff out of his hands. Hell yeah.
James Bond code
So
name
Burly Men at Sea
Yeah.
is
Isn't that
a-
terrible?
It was an indie game that they were selling. It was free with PlayStation Plus,
Okay.
and it had really high reviews. So I said, okay, I'm gonna delve into the weirdness of this and play this totally random game. And it's about three brothers who are burly men on an island town, and you like basically it's a decision game where you basically go on a boat, you go out to sea to like fish or whatever. They don't really ever explain why you're going to sea, but it's you go out to the water, I guess, looking for adventure.
Okay.
And as you're going, you encounter different monsters, and you have to make different decisions, and it creates a different story path. And at the end, you always end up drowning in the sea, but you come across this like water spirit that basically, sends you back to your island, and you restart the adventure. So it never really ends until you've played all of the different potential endings.
Uh,
But what was really neat about it, what I thought was the coolest aspect of it, was that after you played through the game, which the game was very mild, so it was like like something that children could enjoy the story.
Yeah.
At the end of the game, there's a bookshelf you can interact with, and there's codes for different paths that you followed, and you can actually order the story you played as a children's storybook.
Oh wow,
It was a
Oh, that's
very
cool.
good game.
that's pretty
It was
cool.
Very
one
cool.
of my favorite indie games because there was like, it's just like super relaxing. The music in it is fantastic. The
Super
art in it is
relaxing.
fantastic, and like you said, the whole idea of it being like the child's book after your adventures. It's just so good for an indie game. It's honestly one of my favorite indie games I've ever played.
Super cool idea.
I love that concept. Yeah. Okay, so Jimmy, you have James Pond.
Yeah,
Tell
I
us
sent
a
the
little bit about
full.
that.
I sent the full title of the game is called James Pond, codename RoboCod. So they went ahead and combined two
Oh.
classic
Okay.
action movies there. It's a very bad game, but I remember I loved it as a kid because I had my little Game Boy Advance and I remember my great and I played it to death, man. I wish I still had it. It was just a relaxing. I've always liked platformer games
Well,
where I
hey,
can just kind of
Jimmy, just to let
go
you
to
know,
the end, do a mission, go to the end.
just to let you know, if
It
you
had
have
no
a
real
s-
story to
if
it.
you have a Switch, apparently it was ported to Switch as well.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
What?
So you go ahead and check that out.
Jimmy's like, I gotta go, guys.
I googled it just to take a look at it, and one of the first videos that popped up was James Pond, codename RoboCod, first 10 minutes on Switch by Contra Network, another YouTube channel.
So excited.
So it
It
looks
might
like
be one of
was
those.
ported. It could
If
be an
wasn't
emulator,
ported, it might just be. Yeah, that's
It
what I'm
could be.
thinking.
I have played it on an emulator,
but it is
it's not
on
as good as I remember.
Nintendo.com as well.
Yeah.
So it's legitimate. You can buy it on Switch.
But yeah, that was mine. If
Con-
there was a story, I don't remember it. It was just fun platforming around.
Connor, did you have one?
I have mine now,
All right, what is it?
and I'm pretty sure no one's ever played this game. Ever,
Katrina's
because the
got it in my
servers were
chat.
pretty
Thank
dead.
you.
It is called Two Moons, which is an old MMORPG that was played on the computer
sounds-
that I
I
played
know what you're talking
because
about.
I didn't have money to pay for the WoW subscription. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna play a free MMORPG. And it was great, let me tell you. So much fantasy. Once you got high enough high enough level, which we never did because we were just dicking around and I didn't know what an MMORPG was back then.
Right.
Neopets.
Neopets, everyone played Neopets, one of my favorite games.
I was
there was
never
like-
cool enough to play Neopets.
You could like go fishing, and that was the favorite thing that we did. Me and my cousin would play together, and we would just leave
This
us
is pretty
fishing
cool.
overnight. We would get so much fish, make so much money, and that's all we really did. And the joy
It
of
literally
that game
looks like
was-
WoW.
That's awesome.
It's like super
It's not
fantasy,
exactly WoW, but
yeah, it's more like fairy and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah,
I've heard of
but
this.
it was it's a Japanese MMORPG.
That's pretty cool. I like that because you had
Yeah,
the friends that played with
RuneScape
you,
was my-
and you had like good experiences from it.
Yeah.
That's legit.
RuneScape was my answer to not being able to play WoW.
Yeah, RuneScape was my very first
Lotro was mine.
MMORPG.
What wasn't RuneScape monthly though?
No,
No,
you could
RuneScape
pay
does
for
not
like a
require
$5 monthly subscription if you wanted to, but they had a free one that
okay.
is still pretty expensive.
I have never played RuneScape, but I've been wanting to try it because I've
I never
always
have
heard
either.
great things about it.
If you have free
I have
time
played a very
and you
little bit.
love grinding, then
Oh, let me
do
put my
RuneScape
headset in.
because it is nothing but grind. In
So based
See,
off
my-
our
My thing, like, since I couldn't play WoW, I'd play Lotra. And then when SWOTOR came out, I'd kind of hop between Lotra and
Yeah.
SWOTOR. But because I didn't get into MMOs until I played WoW.
my after RuneScape, I think my other MMO was the first Guild Wars game.
Yeah, I
That was a
always
good
wanted
one.
to play Guild Wars as a kid, but I never played it. Never
Yeah.
played it.
That was my answer because you bought it once and then you didn't need a subscription. It was just like any other
I
like,
tried
game
Guild
at
Wars
the time.
2, but
I have too. It's just not the same feeling as the
it's
original.
got a cool aesthetic.
It does. It looks really good.
But
So my game was a game called Kenshi, and this was a little bit later in life. This was a little bit after college. It is a survival RPG where you are not this super strong, invulnerable person. Like you're in like this wasteland planet and you pretty much just have to survive from like the elements, from enemies being like ridiculously stronger than you. You actually had to train, you actually had to find your own food, and there's permadeath and perma like scarring and stuff. So say
Permadeath is one of my favorite mechanics.
so say you get into a fight with like a group of people. You're just one guy. You can't really take on a group of people. So they handily whoop your ass. And each body part had like a health bar that will like steadily decrease depending on the type of injury you had. To the point where you can actually bleed to death, you can actually become crippled, you can lose a limb, and you would have to replace it with a robotic one later on in the game if you can get up to that point where you save money to do it. And in order to kind of take on these bigger group of bandits and like militaries and stuff like this, you could control up to 20 different characters like this. You can
Oh my God,
you
that's
can you can
insane.
hire them. You can create your first guy from the ground up. You can hire people and then customize their appearance and names. And you would have to squad up to survive. I still play it to this day. Like last weekend, I didn't get anything done because I was playing this game. I
just looked it up
started.
on Steam. It's still $30.
Yeah, it is 30 bucks.
I pulled it up on my new computer because I got one, as you guys know, as you guys are well aware, and I just wanted to see how like smooth it ran. And you look at the pictures and like videos of this games, it looks kind of dated. I will give you that. But like the game mechanics.
Oh, dude, I love games.
Yeah,
that are
the
old.
game mechanics are amazing. I've never had this in any other game where like I have to farm my own food or constantly have to go buy food. I have to be
You know
worried
why?
about bandits jumping me on the way to town. And
You know why? Because games are too easy nowadays. That's why.
they are. And this game gives me like a nice
are.
little like challenge. And with random events happening, like you can build an outpost, but depending on where you build the outpost, like you can be raided by bandits. You can like have random farm villagers come up to you and like try to trade with you. You got to make money to get the good gear and stuff. And the more you get your ass beat and survive, the higher your toughness skill goes up, and that's like your main defense. And again, I've had characters like near bleed out, but thankfully since I had like another character on hand, they can run over to my character, like wrap them up with bandages so like it stabilizes their condition. And then I still couldn't use that character for a couple like in-game days because they were realistically healing.
That is very cool.
Yeah,
You
and
should look up a
That's
game
really cool.
called Last Oasis. It sounds a lot like that, except the mechanics are nowhere near as severe as that. That's extremely cool. But it is like a desert oasis type game where
Last Oasis.
Last Oasis, yeah, it's a newer game that just came out. But it's like you're out in an oasis, and you build these things called walkers, which are these big wooden mechanized boats. But instead of like boats that like swim in water, float in water, they have like legs. They kind of look like spiders, kind of. It's crazy, but it's very
Oh
fun
yeah,
game.
that's pretty wild. I'm looking at pictures of it
I looked up.
now.
Have any
Yeah,
of you
I looked
played?
up Kenshi, and
That's
the
really
style
cool.
kind of reminded me of it.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I was looking at the pictures. I was like,
I'm-
while you're talking, I was like, that sounds incredible.
I'm
Yeah, it does
absolutely
sound
in
really
love with
cool.
the game, and whenever I get into the mood to play it, I will literally play it for an entire day.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
scrolling through my
it's kind of
library
stuff
on
I like.
Steam, trying to see if I have any games you guys might not have played. But
I
Connor's played a lot of games.
I am excited though because this is not something that like probably nobody's ever played, but on a kind of a similar topic, I've recently gone on a binge of going through games that I've downloaded out of interest off of the PlayStation Store but never played, and I've also gotten a couple of new games. So starting soon at some point, I'm probably gonna do like Destiny and then rotate to another game and then rotate to another game and then go back to Destiny and like rotate between like games over the time period. I have the new Avengers game, which based off the reviews, I was very apprehensive about it at first.
Yeah.
But the reviews have all been really, really good from everyone who's played the campaign. And that's worth it for me. I'm a big story guy, so if the campaign
Same.
is good, I don't really care as much about end game
Same.
content. Like
Well,
it would be nice if the
the-
end game content's good, but I've heard the concerns were that it was going to be like Anthem was, where the end game content was very dry.
Well,
I don't-
I
from
think
what
the
I've
biggest
seen of it-
grievances were just
sorry.
the way that the characters looked and sounded, because they're not voiced.
See-
You know, that was the biggest thing that I heard from it. I bought the or not bought, but I have the demo or
The
whatever,
beta?
and I really enjoyed what I played.
I think
Yeah.
the biggest like gripe that came out with it when it did come out was that everybody was
Is
just
that they look like
comparing
Dollar
it.
General?
They were comparing it too hard to the movies.
There we go.
Yeah.
I think that was the biggest thing for me when I heard other people talking about it. But yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Like the Dollar General Avengers.
Yeah, the Dollar General Avengers.
See,
like they
I
just kinda
wanna
look
I wanna
cheap.
play it, but it looks like a fancier version of Ultimate Alliance to me, based off the gameplay I've seen.
Ultimate Alliance,
And
Ultimate.
like
oh,
I've
no,
heard,
I
I've
just stream.
That's a
I've heard
top-down
that
game.
like I've heard some of the I know, but it looks like a fancier version of that. It's just changing it from top down to third person.
I don't
And
know if I would
at
say
least to
that,
me, based off
what I've seen
based
of
off the
it.
footage I've seen,
Oh,
and I
Ultimate
haven't seen a
Alliance.
lot.
I know Ultimate Alliance.
All right, guys.
And I've also heard that some of the characters don't play as fun as you would hope. Like the Hulk, you can't smash too much, and it's really. But I
Yeah.
mean, it looks interesting. That was right when it came out, though. I haven't really.
All right, guys. So I have to get off soon, but for this like end segment of this podcast, Mike, Conman, Jimmy, if you guys want to talk about what you guys got going up and like, or what you guys got coming up, or what you guys want to do for the next podcast, we could do that, and then we could just sign out. Nope.
Strip teases.
Striptease?
No.
Strip tease.
No.
That will
Um,
definitely get us kicked off of Twitch.
Pick your song, ladies and gents.
No, listen, let me tell you something. Twitch is a very dirty place. There is a lady on Twitch. I don't know her name, and I wouldn't mention it even if I did. That every time
Gracious.
she gets a sub, she goes to a stripper pole, and she does some dances. And let me tell you, she is scantily dressed. It's crazy.
Dang.
The way Twitch works is absolutely insane, and I hate. Listen, that's not what we were talking about, and I'm sorry to get off topic there. But anyway, Mike, what do you got coming up here?
Yeah. So, Mike, you
So-
mentioned that you eventually want to stream the Avengers on your channel.
Yes.
Okay.
I also have Ghosts of Tsushima, which I just recently got.
Oh, please tell me how that is.
It's gonna be.
I
I've
wanna
seen
play that.
gameplay of it, and it looks amazing. I've watched my friends stream it, and that's what made me want to buy it. It's like if you guys have played Horizon Zero Dawn, it's like that, except
Ooh.
like a samurai setting.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. I've got Journey. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Journey.
I've
but
heard of
that was
Journey.
it was popular a while back. It's an indie game. I never got to play it, so that's on my list of things that I'm gonna do. I've also got Dying Light. I've never played that, so I'm gonna play that for the first time.
That would
I
be
need that
would be a good October game.
Yeah.
Hor-
We've got all of
horror- scary
the
games.
Bioshock games, which I
I hate
eventually want
Dying
to revisit. But yeah, basically, I'm just going to be alternating. I'm going to probably do, have Destiny as my core that I stream, and probably will be like raids and like doing new content once Beyond Light drops, like doing the story and things like that. But aside from that, I am going to start doing more stuff. And hopefully, I'm not at Alex's point when it comes to like editing videos, but I want to get to the point where I'm starting to put more stuff on YouTube, just because it just makes sense to put something out there that allows you to, have your content out there while you're offline.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
So
Conman, you got anything coming up?
No, Jimmy, go first.
All right, Jimmy,
I'm
go first.
we got him on his chewing.
Okay, I'll go next if you guys want to wait. So,
No, I'm good.
okay, go ahead, Jimmy.
I want to start streaming. I'm just in the process of really trying to figure out what games I want to sit down and focus on. Lotro is probably going to end up being one of those. I know we're about to start playing Star Wars online essentially, but I've been playing a lot of Star Trek online as well.
If you guys can eventually download your damn games, we'll
mine will be
totally
downloaded
play.
tonight.
It's almost halfway there.
Okay. Fantastic.
So I don't know. I just got to figure out what games I want.
But
I
yeah,
want to stream. I do a
Lord
lot
of the
more
Rings
stuff on
Online,
Instagram
Star
than
Wars:
I
The Old
do,
Republic.
and I do Twitch. So, and
What are
more
the
of my stuff on
options here?
Instagram is my
Let's see.
music stuff. So
What options do we have in the spinning wheel? Oh,
Okay, yeah.
Don't look at the spinny wheel yet.
I'm looking.
Okay, guys, don't look at this circle right here.
Don't look
Okay,
at it yet.
Don't look at it.
God,
God.
Connor, you ready?
I'll be good, Connor. I'm
Oh,
not
is it my
looking.
turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
All right, go ahead and hit watch stream here, buddy.
All right, I got you, my friend.
Wow.
A whole lot of nothing.
A whole lot of nothing.
Why? I mean, why do you have to spoil the fun? I mean, it's ridiculous at this point. And
Yeah, I say that.
there it is. A whole lot of nothing.
Funny
coming
would
from
it have
me.
been?
I would love.
Just suddenly switch to something out of
I
this
would.
country.
I would love to continue my Twitch streaming and the little bit of YouTubing I've done. I just don't have the motivation right now. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to play. I don't want to edit videos. I don't want to worry about any of this.
That's
And
that's my boat.
Yeah,
I
get that.
I just don't want to right now. I was super into it for a little bit and then just kind of stopped, which is a really hard thing to get over. But I know.
I wouldn't mind
dude,
doing this
I will-
again. This was
Yeah,
fun.
Dude, I get in
Right.
you guys' moods all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
So right now, what I'm doing is, 1, supporting my buddy Alex. 2, supporting my buddy Michael.
Yeah,
3,
you're second.
supporting my buddy Jimmy. No, in no specific order.
Okay.
I want to, like, if I can propel
I
you
see how
guys
it
to
is.
go where you need to be or where you want to be, like, that's where I'm at right now. I'll get back on doing my stuff eventually, I'm sure. But right now I want to focus on, 1, talking with you guys on what we want to do as a unit, because I know that we have that that we need to do. 2, George as well, yes. I know George and also our buddy Dion want to both hop in this. Also, we have another, but I just don't know where
Dion
he's
can just
at.
sit in Mike's room.
yeah, seriously,
he
guest
needs
commentary.
He needs his own setup, dude. I think he can't do it.
Well, Mike's
But-
little thing has a spot for 2 microphones. He just needs another microphone.
I do also have a second chair in the back, so.
That's all I'm saying.
Options.
I mean, I didn't interrupt
That's all
you
I'm
guys.
saying.
That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. All I'm
I'm
saying is
sorry.
I mean, I didn't interrupt you guys.
How
That's-
wholesome. How wholesome.
Yeah.
No, I
yeah,
wanna-
but
I wanna-
but I
I wanna
really
agree
didn't.
with you.
But I really didn't interrupt you guys, though. That's crazy. That's the crazy thing.
What?
It's
Yeah.
kind of like driving
You
me
really
insane
didn't.
right
You
now.
should-
Yeah.
Should
You were doing
apologize.
your pinwheel thing and you went from there.
So.
All right, so for me,
But no, I would love to do this again. This was really
oh
fun.
yeah, this is fun.
Yes.
I love doing this with you
yeah.
guys.
Yes.
I love shooting.
This
shit.
is what I want to focus on right now. Is
Mhm.
I think that what we're doing right now has
I'm
been
gonna
a lot
watch
of fun.
Dracula 3000 tonight. You guys don't understand.
Hell
2,
yeah.
Dracula 3000. That movie thing that Jimmy brought up was a great idea. Which will just add to this. But I don't know if there's a lot that we need to talk about off camera.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just focusing on the group as a whole right now is where I want to be.
Yeah.
So look for me in group projects.
Yeah. So that.
I will most likely be appearing in some streams, but
Oh yeah. Absolutely. And
just playing along.
and
SWTOR,
that's
Destiny.
what's gonna be. What my main focus is right now, to build my Twitch up, because I have a pretty decent YouTube. I would love to build that up as well, because I started and I mainly
They'll
do
happen
that.
in tandem.
But-
That's one nice thing.
Right now, the games I'm focusing on are Fall Guys, which I want to play with you guys, definitely. Especially,
I've heard.
especially,
what is that?
especially Connor. It's the newest, like,
Just
crazy.
Just
Yeah,
YouTube
it's the newest crazy
I looked up
game.
pictures of it and it looks weird.
Just
I
watch
bought-
it.
You
I
gotta
bought
watch the
it-
game.
I bought it specifically to play with you guys, and you guys either don't have it or aren't hopping on with me.
Yeah, I was over at Mike's yesterday.
Yeah. So I got that. I'm going to be purchasing a game like halfway through this for my newest like single player playthrough, a game called Control.
Oh, yep, I have that. That's an
Came out last
good
year.
choice.
It was Game of the Year. They have a version on it on Steam right now that has all the DLC, and I want to
Such a good
play
choice.
that.
You will not regret that.
And then sometime in October, because I want to do Halloween streams, I'm going to buy some kind of Lovecraftian game. Like, not like a true horror game, but like creepy and psychological thriller kind of game to do.
Yeah.
And then every Sunday now, I'm doing like a casual stream where I do like a less intense game, mostly Minecraft. Every Sunday morning, I just, kind of hop up on here, chat with some people, play around. And I would love to do more collaboration stuff with you guys. I know we were trying to watch or play Star Wars The Old Republic right now, but y'all have some janky-ass computers.
No, I'm telling you,
I
it's
just got
the
to
old,
downloading it late.
it's
I
the
should have done it.
launcher.
No,
before
I know,
left
Jimmy.
the-
Jimmy,
I should have started
you
the
guys,
download earlier.
you guys have an excuse. I'm just giving you shit because you guys were working. But
I was pissed that I had to make a whole new account because I couldn't log into my old
all
one.
right. So this is where I'm gonna end the stream for tonight. Thank you.
Can I get
Yeah, go ahead.
just one more thing real quick? I don't know normal time frames for your stream, but don't expect if we do podcasts for them to run this long most of the time, because this has been very long.
Yeah, so we definitely
How
have
long
to
is
set up a schedule, but like off screen.
A
So,
2-hour stream.
Yeah,
So-
it's been 2 hours.
That's an average podcast.
So
That's the
we-
ones I listen to.
so guys, while I call
Listen like 3-hour podcasts.
when I call your name, can you just type in like a message in the chat so people can like look you up later? So we have Mike with East Coast Magics, we have Connor with ConConCrUton, and we have our buddy Jimmy at JimsyV, and my name is Alex with Lazy Gray Let's Plays. If you guys like this, you want to watch us play some games together, or you guys want to join us in a future podcast after we set up a schedule, please hop on. Please interact with us in the chat. We would love to hear from you and hear some banter and get some banter with you guys going. But as always, as in the case for most of our videos, we will see you guys in the next one. So take care, guys.